Alright, point insertion. Say lots of things in the chat so that I can be amused. I don't know if Half-Life 2 by itself is enough to amuse me anymore. Vovlo. Oh yeah, we can talk shit about Valve as well if you want. They're a mixed bag.
Rise and shine, Mr. Freeman. Rise and...
You could really use some tessellation on the eyelid there.
Not that I wish to imply you have been sleeping on...
Let me know if it's too loud or anything.
No one is more deserving of a rest, and all the effort in the world would have gone to waste.
Back in the day I was like, oh my god, look at the detail on that face texture, and now I'm like, face texture's kinda low res.
Come again. The right man in the wrong...
Yeah, gamer reactions to things are terrible in general, I guess.
in the world.
Yeah, my reaction to that article was kind of...
Mr. Freeman,
By the way, is it bad that I'm talking over the G-Man? Can you...
smell the
Is it getting weird? Whatever. My reaction was kind of like, come on, who actually thinks of good guy Valve now? It's like, oh look, the train car cut through the other train car. Yeah, who has got this like fanboyish notion of Valve anymore? You know, treat us with some respect, Polygon. But no, I mean, I guess people still do because gamers are fuckheads. I guess what got me obsessed with this series was probably just that. Actually, I'm not sure. Half-Life was definitely like the only game that I had for a long time. It's nice how this guy says it didn't see you get on, because he just got teleported in, presumably. Yeah, I bought Half-Life 2 for $50, like a year after it came out. Half-Life 1, sorry. When I was like 9, I saved up like 20-cent coins until I could afford it. And I remember an irritated cashier. And then that was pretty much all I played for like years because of mods and stuff. I felt like I didn't need to buy another game until like 2004. Sabrine. What's my FOV right now? Feels like it's 90. That's default FOV, isn't it? Yeah, it's 90. '90's good, but when this game came out, there was no FOV slider and it was locked to 75, so this is not the real experience. How do I like HL2 update? I didn't really like it at all. It kind of, I don't know, I couldn't really put my finger on it, but it felt like it was taking liberties with the lighting and stuff. I'm just a total purist about shit like this. I like these monitors. It looks kind of like, part of why it looks kind of fuzzy and stuff is it's actually like 6 monitors that are translucent glued next to each other, and now it looks like a holographic display. Yeah, I should have worn my Dev Days shirt for this stream. Damn fool. Enslaved Vortigon over here. So like, I guess visually this game has aged pretty well, but I feel like it's aged less well in ways other than visually. Like, at the time it was, you know, it's a sequel to Half-Life 1, it was sort of bizarre to hear anybody say anything negative about this, but now I feel like the turn has tabled and we've got, you know, Doc fucking hates this game. I want to get him on the stream to talk about why he hates it so much at some point. And I don't hate it, but I do find that I like that these days when I play it, I'm like, I'm seeing like mostly the negatives, the negative aspects of it. I played a lot of the leaked version. In fact, most plot points of this game I had spoiled for me a year early by that leak. But that's fine because I had a good time. But So some of the things I say are gonna kind of have that reference that maybe you don't have. Yeah, actually, so in the leak version, this train station is, it's interesting. It's the same building, but your route through it is completely different. You got off the train on, let's see, I'm gonna show you guys what the route through this thing was in the leak. So you came, this was all the same, but you came along this track, and you got out here, and there was a doorway that went through here. Or maybe you just came out here? No. So you went through here, you had to wait in line immediately to be, you know, let through by some guy while Breen talks to you on like that little TV. You'd then climb some stairs like by yourself. It was basically like a much more circuitous route to the same place. You went across this bridge, and then you can see this is still kind of just translucent, I guess, like as a relic of that. There's probably still some like old brushwork lying around from back then. And you would eventually still just end up with Barney in that little room, and he'd be like, it's me. There's I mean, the leak is like mostly just the same game, but it's not done. There really weren't any drastic changes to the game after 2003. They just were executing on the thing. But it is crazy how not done it was, considering they were actually like thinking about releasing it in 2003. I didn't remember this guy drawing his gun. Can you tell this is Barney? Is his head different in any way? Not really. They did a pretty good job. This guy actually looks really silly if you jump and have a look. Yeah, Don Honk, you are right. It's like, it's too big a cultural thing in video games to really tell if it's good or not anymore. There is, so here's something that I dislike about retail Half-Life 2 compared to the leak that no one else really has any context for knowing why. All the voice acting in this game, for like the friendlies, is mostly like really like happy-go-lucky, Gordon, I'm your pal, remember me? He's like, Gordon, it's Barney from Black Mesa, but in the leak there was, all the same lines were there, but they had like a, different delivery on them so that it actually, they sounded kind of oppressed. He's like, about that beer I owed you, and in the leaked version he was like, about that beer I owed you, I don't know, it was... Like, he doesn't seem like a man who's stressed out by this constant undercover lifestyle of pretending to be a cop. He just seems like, haha, video games. And, you know, there was this same scene was here, but Kleiner seemed quite worried about the fact that Gordon suddenly appeared and now they don't know what to do with him. Ugh. I used to love this shit, and now I'm like, just let me out of the goddamn rooms. In a way, like, Half-Life 1 has actually aged a lot better, and that it doesn't, I mean, it does this, like, 4 times in the whole game or something. Force you into a room to, you know, listen to a guy talk. And they really... Robert Yang was saying this, they really went deep on that in Half-Life 2. Pile up some stuff to get through that window. That's such a thing no one would ever say unless they were trying to demonstrate a physics system. Was Barney Australian in the leak? No, he was not. That's an interesting question. Yeah, the NPC choreo stuff has aged incredibly well, and I'm currently like knee-deep in trying to emulate that for my own game. Not to such an extent, I guess, but you guys might have seen, if you follow me on Twitter, how much I've been working on making the eyes look good and copying Half-Life 2's system for that. Here's a fun thing: if you chuck all of these crates out the window so as to like break your escape, you might have noticed what's happening already. There's one crate that just respawns. What? Oh, I saw it. I thought that it would only spawn when you weren't looking, but nope. Pile up some stuff when you literally need one crate. So there's really no need to pile up some stuff. That usually breaks. There's like a classic piece of advice that I think might have been like, I think maybe Romero said this, something, but that you shouldn't make the beginning, you shouldn't focus too much on making the beginning of the game until you've like the first level, until you've pretty much finished everything else, because by then you'll be really good at the thing, and you want to make a good impression of the first level. So you know, leave that for last and make a good impression, which I guess is what they did with Doom 1. They like remade the first level after they'd finished everything else, and you can kind of tell that it's a much better level than most of the others. Half-Life 2, they I don't think they really did that. You can kind of get a sense that they were kind of just desperate to get this thing out the door, I feel like. Maybe I'm projecting that on it, but so I mean, this first area is nice and stuff, but like the first couple of chapters after the intro are kind of garbage. Like, I think they're really, really bad for the most part. Like Root Canal and Water Hazard are actually just shockingly bad, and you know, compared to the rest of the game. Yeah, I guess it is a bit of an edge case, but yeah. Oh, hey, there's a thing back here I wanted to say something about, even though it's really obscure. I think there's a place called the Terminal Hotel here. Is that sign still up? Yeah, there we go. This is the Terminal Hotel. So another thing that is the case in the leak is this souvenirs shop. You could go into it and you had to meet a friend of Barney's in the basement, and then something else would happen. I don't know. I think he escorted you to the apartments you go through later. But this Terminal Hotel thing is in like every version of the Half-Life 2 intro. There's always a building called the Terminal Hotel in like completely different versions of this square. In the version where you arrive by bus after a long Half-Life 1 style bus ride into the city. There's always a Terminal Hotel. There's always a lighthouse. Ugh. This is great. What good physics. It does get a little glitchy when you sit on something like this, but it's another thing is in the leak is that doesn't happen. It's like the physics are more glitchy in the leak overall, but in kind of different ways. Like, I guess you're more likely to crash and it's more likely to lag out, but it seems more accurate overall. You could stand on something like that and be completely sure of yourself. It says game dev and whatever else, I think you'll find. I don't care. I'm not going to change that thing every time I stream. Someone remade this whole area in UE4 recently-ish. It was pretty sexy. I remember seeing these boards in the E3 footage and being like, damn, look at that. Look at that basic specula. This guy's like, was that you knocking? I didn't know we still had a door. You don't. So I can see how you made that mistake. There's no door. That's great. Ah. Yeah, I know. I just sort of can't be bothered. Yeah. Oop. I do like this bit. How the lady suddenly says miscount detected in your block, like it's somehow doing like an automated head count of everyone in the block, and it's noticed that there is an extra person. It's nice of these people who I would assume don't know who I am to like sacrifice themselves for me. Because the word's not out about Gordon Freeman yet, right? Look how small this guy is compared to this door. You don't really notice most of the time that every door in Half-Life 2 is fucking massive. You only really notice when it's next to a dude. What the heck? I can't duck jump into this window. Scanners are great. Ah! I always forget these guys can actually shoot you and hurt you and kill you. Ah! Ow! Nah. That's good. There really are a lot of things in this game, tech-wise, that really failed to get picked up by games in general. Like, physics was only really picked up in a really tokenistic way. It's sort of built into most physics systems that you can't really use them for gameplay critical stuff. You know, they tend to be like PhysX, which UE4 uses, is non-deterministic and super unstable. Like the results will vary with your frame rate, and it just turns out to be a bad idea to build anything essential using the physics, because, you know, maybe you drop some frames and everything spazzes out. And of course, nobody's really made any attempt to take Half-Life 2's approach to facial animation, which is good in a lot of ways. Makes it a lot easier to make decent, you know, facial sequences. Apart from anything else, the results are obviously better than most mocap and so on. It's just a really easy system to make stuff with. That's a good bit too. Non-deterministic means if a system is deterministic, then given the same set of inputs and the same situation, basically, you'll get the same result. So, I don't know, I throw a grenade and I save the game, and then the grenade explodes and throws a bunch of stuff around the room, then I load the game, it'll all get thrown in the same way. No random element, basically. You can't really make a... From what I understand, this isn't my forte or anything, but none of them are like fully deterministic in such a way that like every machine will produce the same result, but something like physics just has like random rolls in it, so that it'll actually be different every time, which I think is bad. In the leak, you actually go across this bridge. I'm just gonna try and do something stupid. This is like such a shoot the hinges moment. All these alarms and the street is just empty. So there's definitely like a trigger hurt at the bottom, but I'm kind of wondering how close I can get to where you later come out of that garage later. Oh, oh, ah! I died after I hit the ground. Yeah, the physics are great in this game. I love them. It's been one of the painful things about moving to Unreal before, like from the Source engine. I was fine for a second there. I bet I could get on that car if I really tried, but it's probably best for everybody if I don't. Someone was pointing out on Twitter the other day that Alex has purple undies. They've bothered to, you know, pull her shirt up so you can see her belly a little bit, and you can see her undies are purple. And I had to volunteer the obscure knowledge that in the leaked version they're actually red. So nothing changed about her texture between 2003 and 2004 except they changed the color of her underwear. There's another classic look how small this person is next to the doorway. Moment, sorry.
Funny you showing up on this day in particular.
Yeah, sure. Why don't you Discord call me and join in on this thing? What? I kind of forgot how, like, or I didn't take into account when I started this stream how long I'm just going to be standing around listening to people talk. It doesn't make for the best streaming. I never used to be this kind of player who just bunny hops around while the immaculately choreographed scripted scene is happening, but I guess I am now. This is great. I saw one of these exact desk magnifying glass things in Prey the other day, and I was like, and it wasn't refracting, it was just like an opaque piece of glass, and I was like, oh, that's slack, man. Half-Life 2 had this down. Has Klein been drinking the water that makes you forget? That's not cool. There's a I watched a video the other day of someone had cobbled together one of the really old leaked Kleiner's lab sequences. It didn't have Alex in it because you were supposed to meet her later at Eli's lab, but it had Kleiner and Barney, and I'm pretty sure Kleiner died at the end by falling into the teleporter when it was in full swing. It seemed like it was a much darker game back then. But it still had the whole Lamar thing. Let's see if I can find anything interesting around this map. Oh, there's the elevator shaft that you go through later. Yeah, it seems like your call probably didn't work. Maybe go on Skype. We know the Skype works. This is the bit of wasteland you get teleported to. Pretty sure this is the only time this texture is used. And there's a burb waiting to be scared off. I always liked how they bothered to have AI for the birds in this game. And let you kill them and stuff. I'm gonna skip ahead to Root Canal, the first chapter where you get to actually do stuff. There's a VR mod coming out for this pretty soon that is awesome. I played like an early version of it on a DK2 with the Razer Hydra, and this is a really fun game to play in VR. Like a lot more fun than it is in flat. Fracturing wood is one of those things that they made such a, well, they made a pretty big deal out of pre-release in interviews and so on. Like, oh, we tell the engine is made out of wood and then it dynamically fractures like wood, but it's just gib models with gib models with gib models. Wait, what the heck? I'm supposed to have a gun now. There we go. It can be. It's kind of the question is FPS VR a VOM fest? You kind of have to get your VR legs for it, as they used to say. People used to say, you gotta get your VR legs, or you'll get sick when you play stuff. And that was true, but Valve ended up, when room scale became an option, they leaned into basically prohibiting experiences like that. Because, you know, understandably you don't want people trying your cool new product and vomiting all over the place. But once you did get to the point where it didn't make you nauseous, those games were very fun and had a lot more possibilities to them, in terms of like not having to teleport around and so on. Then the room scale shooters and stuff that come out now, which are all kind of shooting galleries. I mean, there was I have some great memories of before it was broken playing Half-Life 2 in VR with motion control. There's a part in Nova Prospect where you step out of an elevator with Alex and there's like 5 Combine soldiers right there, and you know, it was a total fluke because I don't have any actual knack for this, but I was able to just like headshot all these dudes like quick draw fucking McGraw. Don Honk.
Whoa, okay.
Don Honk is on stream. Assuming that you guys can actually hear Don Honk, you gotta let me know.
People can tell me. Now I'm watching your stream and I'm behind on your footage now. But that's okay.
That's okay. I'm shooting some guys in this. I honestly think this is a pretty bad level, but it's not the worst. The worst is still to come, like very soon.
The worst is yet to come. That's the alternate end song to Metal Gear Solid 1.
Is it?
No, there's a song. It's called "The Best Is Yet to Come," and that was a really dumb reference.
Okay, well, that's fine.
Is that
Ridiculous
allowed here?
amount of. That is absolutely loud. Ridiculous amount of explosive barrels going on. I'm gonna rush through as much of this game as I can because I feel like we've all played it a bazillion times. And
Oh, absolutely. Especially this part.
this is a Joe style speedrun where I don't actually know any speedrunning tips or tricks, but
Yeah, there used to be bunny hopping, right? They kind of got rid of that, I think.
they added the sprint. I never did get why somebody thought it was a good idea to couple the flashlight battery to the sprint. They didn't.
Yeah, it's very true.
Didn't undo that until oh, and also to your oxygen. Like, people forget this, I guess. But and I forget this. But
Yeah, if
the
you're
sprint.
sprinting using a flashlight.
Yeah, like if you drain your flashlight battery, you can't breathe underwater. It's like the stupidest shit ever.
So, I guess running down a dark, wet hallway is very dangerous for Gordon.
Yeah, that's kind of his Achilles heel.
Yeah, if you want him to do all 3 at the same time, it's over.
Hey, it's JP. What's up, JP? This is cool. Wow, the Vortigaunts and the G-Man are in some kind of collusion. What? I like they switched the Vortigaunt model in Half-Life 2 after Episode 2 came out, and they had changed it. He's a lot prettier now.
Yeah, he looks good.
I love his eyes.
It's a really good shader on him in general, on his skin as well.
Yeah, he actually looked amazing in VR for a while. When the DK2 was the best VR thing you could get, and people wanted to be wowed when they would come to my house by VR some stuff. I had a save game of Episode 2 where the Vortigaunt was just right up in your face, and I'd just load that up and be like, "Look at this fucking alien," and they'd be like, "Holy shit!"
Oh man,
like
that's pretty good.
His
Yeah,
normal
that'd be a
maps
good one.
looked amazing in VR. You definitely can't see what the hell I'm talking about on a flat stream, but
For sure. That was something I was kind of thinking about the other day. Is like, Valve hasn't attempted to make human characters like that since then. And certainly nothing in VR. You know. I mean, I guess you have the the Dota guy, but
well, there's Left 4 Dead 2 I guess is the last humans they really made that were kind of
Yeah.
realistic, and they do look fucking great. But yeah, it's surprising to me that they haven't already made a thing where you have interact closely with a human in VR, which is
exactly.
when VR was first coming out. It was something I was excited about. Was to I was excited to make eye contact with an Half-Life 2 AI. This is the bit that everyone
sounds a
points
little
out,
sad.
where
Just kidding.
it is a little sad, but I opened it up with my own characters the other day once I got my eye shader working and did that, and it was cool. This is the bit everyone always points out where they cunningly use this bird flying into this barnacle to teach you about barnacles, in case you didn't remember. I want to try and see... Oh, this isn't going to work. I want to see if I can, like, save the bird, basically. I guess I can... Of course I can save the bird. I can kill the barnacle. What happens then?
Yeah, kill the barnacle. There you go. Oh, are you gonna...
Yeah, where you going? Where you gonna go now, bird? Where does he go? Oh, I gotta chase the bird. Where you going? Where you going? That's interesting, because he is following, like, a path. Alright.
They must have accounted for, yeah. It'd be funny if he just T-posed in the middle of it.
Yeah, I kind of expected it.
Oh my god, this is like the end Blade Runner right now.
Okay, so my health is not good right now.
Are you playing on the hard mode?
Yeah. Hard mode in this game is
always...
like... It's just make some bullet sponges, I think. You'd hope that it would make their AI, like, really good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it seems pretty,
Oh, he's on a mounted gun. I'm boned.
When the difficulty's like hidden in menu option, I didn't have much faith it really did anything.
Yeah.
Change some values.
I mean, this game's never actually hard because of the dynamic resupply system. Like, that guy just dropped health because I needed health. This... Like, where are they? There's gotta be a dynamic resupply crate around here somewhere, right? Like that, I'm pretty sure those medkits were there because I really needed medkits. There was like 3 of them there.
Yeah, I bet that's the case.
This AI is not great, let's face it.
Yeah, straight up.
I mean, you guys definitely came to where you are through the tunnel that I just went through. And they, oh, he went into that tunnel, I don't know.
You know, Jim had it blocked off, so...
Yeah, so that's fine. I guess he'll just...
It's no big deal.
Alright, so now...
I played this on Xbox not that long ago.
Oh, really? How was that?
Yeah, I uploaded a video of it. The frame rate's just bad and the resolution, it's muddy in general.
I had to wait so long for this horde mode scene to start. Yeah, sorry, go on. Tell me more about this.
I got up and shut the door.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a really interesting console port. And I actually found some burned CDRs because I was looking for some Sega CD games I burned. And I found like Dreamcast Opposing Force.
Oh,
port,
man.
Which is interesting. Yeah, and it's Opposing Force plus mods. I might tweet a picture of the little art I drew on it because I drew like Adrian Shepard.
Uh-huh.
And I remember doing that, and I was going through some of the mods because it just, in this torrent, it was like all this Half-Life leak stuff for Dreamcast. And they're like, oh, you can go to these levels. So I got the Dreamcast keyboard and mouse, and I'm typing in the console, which is supported on that, which is pretty funny. And yeah, there's just a map with a bunch of porn textures in it on the Dreamcast. It's really bizarre.
Oh, is this, it's not like hardcore porn, right? It's like... is it?
What's your definition of hardcore, I guess?
I mean, there's maybe some tits at best. There's no, like, dongs.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember any dongs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta point this out. This is crazy. In this sequence of the game, which is all just brushes, because I'm pretty sure these canals are not in the leaked version, and every other map is pretty much in there in some way.
Oh, okay.
So this is like one of the last chapters they did, which is weird because it fucking sucks, and contradicts the rule that we established earlier. But this is a mesh. This is like a bent pipe mesh that matches the tunnel perfectly. And you don't even get the angle where you see it. No one would ever see this. I've never seen this before. It's so weird.
That's a good point.
I'm pretty damn sure this is the only
turn
place
around.
this is ever used. It's got like AO baked. Also, there is a APC up here that is like embedded in the wall.
I'm a little lagging behind. Oh, okay, I see. Wait, what happened there? That feels like an update issue.
Maybe. And this is the pipe lady. She just hangs out in the pipe.
Because I remember seeing some Half-Life 2 update comparison screenshots, and like some of the APCs, they showed like, oh, they're actually sitting on the ground like they used to. So I think Valve broke them at some point
Mm.
in some areas, you know.
JP just
So maybe
said,
that's it.
remember when Portal 1 was announced and there was speculation as to whether the protagonist was Adrian Shepard. um, because it was a male protagonist in those early trailers.
Oh, really?
And
Okay, I don't
Aperture
remember
did
that.
just... And he was in a prison jumpsuit, so like... I don't know.
Yeah.
They did talk about detaining Adrian Shepard at the end of episode...
Wasn't
no,
there
at the end
something
of
to do
Up4.
with like the? Wasn't there something to do in Portal like the keyboard? Like certain keys were a different color.
Oh, man. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's spelled like Adrian Shepard, I guess.
Lol. No, it's spelled like... Oh, I think...
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh man, you know what I just remembered? I mean, I do remember that, and this is like related, but it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
The portal gun set in those early videos had an acronym on the side, and the acronym was ASHPD. That's like A Shepard, Adrian Shepard, right? But it's actually Aperture Science handheld portal device.
Oh, dang it. So
was-
close.
that was good
that's
shit.
probably the same thing with the keyboard then.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm gonna look that up right
This
now.
is so like this. You can really tell these are the chapters that they made in the space between the E3 announcement
Oh, for sure.
and the release. Because like, look at all the stuff that we said you could do. You can kind of do it. Don't be mad. Because there was a lot of stuff in that E3 thing that was like quite disingenuous.
Yeah, Trap Town. I mean, I guess that's the classic.
Yeah, which was... It's not that it's super scripted that bothers me, it's that they specifically said over and over again that it wasn't scripted at all. Like,
Yeah, it's,
you ain't gotta lie, no one's gonna be mad if that's scripted, it still is cool.
you could say, yeah. I mean, they're probably just riding high on that being the most amazing looking thing ever.
Yeah, there was, I remember an interview, it might have been with Gabe, but it was someone from Valve, where, he gave an anecdote about something that AI had dynamically done, and like allegedly a zombie AI had like reached through the little window in a
Oh my god.
in a door and reached around and unlocked the door after the player had locked it. Like the player can even lock a door.
That's silly.
And like, I mean, there's I can't think of a way to be like, oh, it was a misunderstanding, it was actually a scripted sequence or anything. Like,
Yeah, I don't know if there's
They're
much
just-
coming back from that.
just bullshitting. And everyone kind of does it, I guess, but they shouldn't. And when you've already got a really impressive product, you really don't need to.
It's true. Yeah, you don't have to dress it up that much, but when I was little, Trap Town, you know, that was legit. That seemed to be totally legit to me.
I mean, all the stuff.
Yeah.
The other thing is all the stuff in Traptown, which is like, if anyone doesn't remember what Traptown was, it was like the Ravenholm demo that was actually filled with combined soldiers instead of zombies. Well as zombies. It had like, you know, you shoot a crane and a girder swings and knocks out a bunch of guys. All that stuff could have been in the game. Like, it's not like the physics won't do it, and it's not like those were dynamic situations. They could have left that dumpster in that he puts a grenade under and it falls down. Like, I felt like as long as this game is having contrived set pieces anyway, they might as well put in a bunch of precarious dumpsters and shit like that and just let you
True.
do
yeah.
that shit. God, this is the worst. I'm at that seesaw puzzle. The first
Oh,
of
yeah.
many Half-Life seesaw puzzles. I played it co-op with a guy recently, and we took such exception to it that we figured out a different way across. I think we just stacked up the bricks.
Was that us? I don't know if that was us or not.
It might have been you, or it could have been my semi-brother. Oh fuck it, it's probably
We
the
might have done it
fastest.
with both, you know. Yeah.
It's probably fastest if I just do the stupid seesaw puzzle.
Do the stupid seesaw.
Which eventually
Unfortunately.
comes to a head in episode 2 where the seesaw is an entire bridge.
Oh god, you're right. Wow. They were just they were setting this up. This is like before the punchline here. This is the setup, Joe.
This is the setup, and then 2 years later or something, the punchline.
The payoff, yeah. Unlike the series at large. Ugh.
Yeah, so with having seen all the leaked stuff, and like spent my 14-year-oldhood going through all the VMFs and shit, and there not being any maps for the entire section between the train station and like probably Eli's lab,
Yeah.
or some ancient, like there were some jet ski maps because originally the airboat was a jet ski.
Oh, really? Okay.
Which is stupid, but whatever.
Can't do that one.
It feels like, and when I play these maps and they suck, it really feels like they were like desperately trying to piece together the bit between the cool intro and the cool rest of the game later on.
Yeah, let's throw in a sewer level, literally.
Yeah.
Shame.
What? Especially in here, where once you get into these tunnels, I really hate these tunnels because everything is the same 2 textures. 3. There's the ground texture that's gravel
3, yeah.
and blends between gravel and mud. This wall, which is the same, and this concrete, which is every ceiling and some of the floors. It's the most hateful place in Half-Life 2.
I do like the bit with the first time you find that charred corpse. It was a little shocking.
Oh yeah, I just ran past that. Oh my
You
gosh.
swim under there. It was pretty grim. I don't know. It was pretty graphic.
Yeah, here's one. But
I don't know if I said this, but I was pretty young when like Half-Life 1 came out. My cousin had the demo, and the
Oh, yeah.
specific gib with the eyeball in Half-Life 1 gave me nightmares.
oh, the skull with the eye, or
With the one eye, yeah.
yeah. There was actually, I don't know if you saw this video. There's that bloke who does YouTube videos about obscure
yeah.
Half-Life stuff. It turns out that
Mark-
there's actually code in there so that like every 1 in 5 times that a dude explodes into Gibbs, the skull flies right at you.
Yeah, I saw that where he just exploded him a bunch and just skull rain. That was pretty great.
Yeah. And there's like a bug sometimes where there's more than one skull. Yeah, God, I hate this place.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, I really appreciated like the total silence, but now I kind of feel like it should be some ambience a little bit.
They
More
also
than there is.
the whole DSP sound thing. This is weird. It's like combined lighting, but it's not a combined light. The really cool sound stuff that Half-Life 1 had, where you know, you're in an event and the sound is all different. That's not really in Half-Life 2.
No,
Either that or
yeah,
it's
I
just
guess
like
not.
drastically reduced. Marfy Black, I guess, according to JP, is the guy with the awesome.
Yes, Marphamidas Blacksmith. I remember tweeting him something and like getting a really, really angry response. So I don't know. I'll leave him be.
Seriously, this is
but I
the
appreciate-
worst levels then. So there were actually a shit ton of canal levels in the leak, but they all got thrown out. A lot of them were fairly self-evidently better than this garbage.
Oh, really? Okay.
I thought. But they portrayed like different versions of the city. Like there was one where you've just come out of City 17, and it was like there was a massive wall surrounding the city, and outside of that it was all like destroyed rubble and shit. It's pretty cool. This is the only guy who uses a melee weapon in the game.
Yeah, he's got that pipe, right?
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
You can't. It's a prop dynamic right now. He'll pick it up and it'll turn into a weapon. He'll smash it around a bit, and later it'll become a physics thing.
Tap any NPCs. And yeah, he is on Portal, or not Portal, Postal. I think he's only done the DLC stuff that was made like long after the game actually came out.
Who's this?
That Marfy Black guy, he works on the Postal series now, or Postal 2 specifically.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you don't want to say the Postal series because it's basically like slander if you say you worked on Postal 3,
Yeah, exactly.
which was on the Source
So,
Engine
I always
actually.
found it- Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say it's pretty interesting for what they tried to do on Source.
Yeah, Wait, is this where I came from? This is like the same shaped hallway that I just came from.
No, yeah, you're going the right way. But,
See, look,
it
isn't
looks
this the same?
stupid.
Isn't this the same pipe prop in the same like weird Y junction?
Ooh, maybe. Oh my god, maybe it is. Yeah, just
That's the
copy
same
paste.
fucking copy paste hallway. What is this, Halo?
Uh-oh.
What happens if
You're
you
in the
cap that
lab.
guy? What, this guy? You totally can't.
Cannot, yeah, in this game.
Yeah, it like auto lowers the
should.
gun.
Cool.
Yeah, it was kind of a cool thing. Maybe this is a weird thing to say, but it was kind of a cool thing in Half-Life 1 that you could just cap anybody. And unless it was actually he was going to open a door for you, you'd be fine. But then, even with those guys, once he'd opened the door, it was fair game. Manhacks, I feel like, were like, they're a cool idea as well, but like, you probably need quite a good level to let them shine. The E3 presentation where they were demoed, where Gordon like slams a door, like a chain link fence on a bunch of manhacks. That was
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
But you would never ever do
Is
that in the
not
game.
in the final game?
No, that hallway is there, but that chain link fence isn't slammable.
Oh man, and do manhacks do come out in that part, right?
Yeah, they totally do.
Why do they not?
Yeah, well, I don't know. If you make one chain link gate slammable, maybe you're gonna make them all slammable.
I see. Yeah.
But also, there's just no reason you'd ever do that. Like, you definitely would just want to see what was down the hallway that was behind the gate. And manhacks aren't actually dangerous. So...
no, not really.
But they should be dangerous because they're flying spinning razor blades. So that's a missed opportunity.
Yeah, but you're Gordon Freeman.
I only noticed, like, on a relatively recent playthrough, this vent, which leads somewhere? Even though it's got a red line on it. Yeah, manhacks should have been the new head crab in event. It's more fun.
I don't know if I even like head crabs as well. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel
Are they
like
good?
they should be able to head crab you, maybe.
Yeah, that might be.
I'm
Wasn't
not-
there a point when it was going to do that? Or am I making that up?
There probably was. I can't imagine they didn't think of it when they were making Half-Life 1.
Oh, I think that was a Black Mesa thing I'm thinking of.
Oh, speaking of making Half-Life 1, and going back to that thing I keep talking about of how allegedly you should wait to do the first level of your game until you've made all the others, because that'll be the best one.
Right.
Fucking the Half-Life 1 demo is the best Half-Life 1 level, because it was made after.
Oh, you know
And-
what? It is pretty fantastic.
It's literally
you
the
and I
best
played
one.
it.
Like, yeah, it's fucking
You
gorgeous.
took me on a tour, and yeah, there's just some great details in that freaking thing.
This is so Half-Life 1, this big fucking stupid rotating thing. What is this even for? I guess I don't know enough about whatever this is.
Just gotta agitate the water, you know. I guess this is like a water treatment facility, maybe, but it's
It
disgusting.
wasn't a minute ago. This is suddenly,
Yeah, exactly.
It's really just to push the gibs of the barrel around, right?
Show you some physics. Yeah, true.
Something that I I mean, I don't know if it's annoying when I keep saying like, oh, the leak was better. Obviously, it wasn't in a lot of ways, but something that I liked a lot more in that was there was a lot less warm light from the sun when you're outdoors. You know, there was a lot less green grass.
Yeah.
It was like quite cold light. It felt very stuff tended to be wet, but not in that Doom 3 way of like everything looking waxy. Everything actually looked wet.
Yeah, exactly.
The way that it kind of does on a winter's day in something like England.
Yeah, it was
where
a lot
everything
foggier
just
and
is
kinda
wet.
flat.
Yeah. The way, if anything gets warm, you get condensation on it. There were early versions of this that did a really good job of that. And at some point they decided that the sun should be yellow. I don't know.
Yeah, and
it's
by
sort
the
of a
way,
minor
how
thing, but
consequential is that Steam, by the way?
yeah, that's also very Half-Life 1.
Yeah, but it becomes the most nothing thing in this game.
Yeah, I shouldn't make assumptions about the content of the leak, I guess, by the way, because stuff could surely have been missing. And this really, as much as I kind of suspect that these were phoned in maps at the last minute, that is so Half-Life 1 that I gotta think maybe this is actually from really early on. Like, actually it feels specifically opposing force to me. It's walking along a pipe that erupts steam. I don't know if that...
It's maybe the dorkiest thing that's been said so far.
Yeah, well,
Maybe.
it won't be the
I'm not...
dorkiest for long.
Yeah, exactly. We will outdo it.
What is this? Is this kind of... We're still on this texture, by the way, for everything.
Yeah, and it's also bitrate destroying.
Oh, is it?
Not gonna lie. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I guess this whole game kind of is bitrate destroying.
Let's get out of here. This fucking sucks.
This does fucking suck. But that's okay about the bitrate.
So this is the closest you get to that bit of the E3 presentation, I think.
Which bit?
They these manhacks got caught up on a gate for like a second before they just flew over the top of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he was kind of stuck on that.
Slam! I'm trying to replicate the situation. Oh, get out of it! You're only alive because I'm keeping you alive.
It's dark. Poor manhacks. So in the lore, are those still controlled by people?
Oh no, I don't think so. That was for those who don't know, there was in an early idea of Half-Life 2. One of the early ideas was something called the Manhack Arcade, where it turns out that all these manhacks, they're not AI, even though this would be a really simple AI to make. They're actually being controlled by citizens who think they're just at the arcade playing a game, but they're actually killing their friends with
such a
spinning
commentary,
razor
you know?
blades. Yeah, which is like... I was like 13 when I found out about that, and I was like, wow, cool. And then like
That's
a
so
little
badass.
bit later, I'm like, wait, what the fuck? That's so stupid. There's
I know,
like,
yeah.
how did that get far enough that there's concept art of it? Like, what are they thinking? Like, there's only one game at this arcade, and in it I kill my friends. It's a shame. I wish there was something else I could play.
The graphics are so real.
Or maybe the graphics were like really abstracted and wireframe or something, so it's just like, yeah, I don't know, I'm just playing this shitty game where I fly at guys.
Oh yeah, true.
But
Yeah,
then
there seemed like a
like
a VR helmet.
What if no one wants to
drone.
play a video game? Do they manhacks just don't get flown?
So many questions. Yeah, JP brings up a good point. It was pretty pulpy, I'd say.
Yeah, I think there's even though that's stupid and a lot of stuff about it was kind of stupid, Half-Life 1 was kind of stupid, and
It was totally, yeah. Which is great.
and Half-Life 2 feels like I mean, it's obviously such a product of how long it took to get something out there, which was definitely like, I mean, they were really good at making Half-Life 1 by the time they finished making Half-Life 1. There should have just been more games like that coming out in less than 6 years, but presumably there were reasons why they couldn't do that.
True. That is a good point.
I mean, no one who just shipped an awesome game and has like a high amount of output, like they were able to make Ricochet for no reason, you know, just they were happy to just poop stuff out, is what I'm saying, but they didn't get to make another Half-Life thing for another bunch of years. So yeah, I guess what I've been getting at this whole time, clumsily, is that while at the time it was like, oh wow, it took so long because they were making this incredible thing, it's actually, when I play it now, I'm kind of like, the things that are wrong with it are wrong with it because of how long it took and how desperate they probably were by the end to just ship something, anything. That's my take, anyhow.
So that's one hot take you got there, Joe.
Yeah, I mean,
Scalding
Probably.
take.
scalding take.
I agree though, so
Oh,
take
well,
that
that's
wrong.
good. Yeah, as JP says, there's like a whole lost HL game they would have made between HL1 and HL2.
Well, yeah, so the original TF2 sounds like it was
Oh yeah, well, which one do you mean? Like any of the ones with aliens,
like
right?
Invasion, yeah.
That's actually like, So like there were actually like several. I think you know this, but there were several TF2s with aliens. Um,
Oh, okay, yeah.
um,
I guess I'm talking about the one with the Chuck Jones art that most people know about, I guess.
yeah. So like, I actually got to talk to Robin Walker about TF2 Invasion, which I thought was just the name the community had given it, but it was actually called that apparently. I was interested to find out why they cancelled it because the source code for that leaked and it looked kind of rad. Like it had vehicles and big open levels and base building and humans versus aliens and all this sort of stuff.
Oh, totally, yeah.
It sounded rad, but like, and so you assume that they cancelled it because it just didn't work out. And there's on Retail 2, there's commentary that talks about something with a commander mode, which there is code for in there that like just made the whole game dependent on one player, and it wasn't very good like that. I assumed that's what that was. Anyway, I asked him about why that game got cancelled with the tanks and the striders and shit. And he said it was really great, and it was actually really fun, and it was looking good, and it was kind of on course to come out, but and didn't actually get cancelled. Just they all got taken off it to work on Half-Life 2 to get it out the door because it had been too long.
Yeah.
And that took like a year. And by the time they got back to working on Invasion, they were like, I don't really remember where I am with this. Kind of lost my place. Let's just start again. And they started again.
Yeah.
And that was what they started again with, was the TF2 that came out. They're like, let's just make TFC again.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
Which is a massive shame. Because that's a really artificial reason for a thing not to come out.
The flat thing kind of is like, how flat are you when you have to put everyone on the main project?
Yeah, I mean, it was probably after the whole debacle of cancelling the release.
Yeah, I imagine it got a little
at the last
scary
second.
at that point.
Can I just say, this fucking cave shit is still going on. I'm still in tunnels with the same fucking texture and like clumsy arch tool shit all over the place. Like before there was a spiral staircase that was like 4 steps long and went to a window, not a door. Like, I hate this garbage level. It's just cued some music. I don't know if you can really hear it. It's not like a little bit of music is not going to give me an atmosphere in this level. Oh, I'm at the end of it. I'm into the next bad chapter.
Nice. Nice. The next bad chapter.
Yeah.
Accurate.
I think after that there's a good one.
I'm gonna say the lower end was 128. It must have been. 256 if you're lucky, right? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's the case.
If you're a lucky guy.
I also in that leaked version from a year earlier, they were less heavy on the messianic Gordon Freeman aspect, which really wears on me going back. It's like, how do any of these fucking people know who I am? And that's not explained anywhere, and it's everyone sucks up to you in this game.
It's true, yeah. Hey man, I need it, okay?
It's like,
In real life, man.
I mean, I know that feel, but
I gotta play my video game, you see. Hold on, I'm gonna play my harem anime, like, visual novel real quick.
Still
let that one slide.
I was reading the chat, I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's good. It's good.
The original Xbox version is actually, it's pretty ugly though, right? I mean, they would have saved a lot of RAM on texture sizes and stuff.
It's quite ugly, I would say.
I actually watched like an E3 video I hadn't seen before the other day from this, which is, it's the same E3 presentation everyone saw, but presented by Gabe Newell instead of Eric Johnson. And there's like a sentence in there where he talks about how like Half-Life 2 is coming out on September 30th, 2003, and we're not sure when the Xbox version is coming out yet, but they were already thinking about an Xbox version. I'm pretty sure the Xbox version didn't come out for another like 2 years.
Yeah, it took a while, and then eventually Orange Box came out on 360.
This is so Half-Life 1 as well. like this electrocuted shipping container.
Yeah, it is for sure.
Like, would that happen? I don't know. Maybe it would. I can't actually see where the
I guess
Lecky's
it
coming from.
Depends on what it's treated with and such, I guess.
But all the arcs and
But hey,
shit,
I'm-
all those beams. It's a weird thing to do when, like, there isn't any challenge to this. I guess you can get headcrabs to jump on you and they kill themselves. That's kind
Yeah,
of cool.
spook you into the sides. I never thought about that's what the challenge was. I just ran through it ran through there without like ever thinking about it.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get on top of this junk. Oh, they player clipped it. That's so
yeah,
dog.
all the vague like he mentions the mines, the vague hazards in Half-Life 1 where it's like really ill-defined.
Yeah.
They did that a lot. Makes it feel kind of janky going back to Half-Life 1 and those parts happen.
It's weird that they made this airboat sequence at all, to be honest. Like, I kind of get the Jeep, but airboat, that's such a weird random thing.
Yeah.
Especially since they originally planned on a jet ski. And I think the entity might still be called, like, vehicle jet ski. And it's like, why would you want Gordon Freeman on a jet ski? Like,
They were playing a lot of Wave Race, alright?
fuck yeah, wave race.
Wave Race 64.
Good of
Great
someone to
game.
set up these jumps.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, I guess I didn't know it was ever a jet ski. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, they it says in the Raising the Bar book, which I have right over there if anyone wants a look on a low res webcam.
Yeah, exactly.
That it was a jet ski and they changed it to an airboat because the jet ski was making people sick. I'm pretty sure the airboat still made people sick.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty erratic, but I never had any trouble with it personally.
Yeah, so we're still in a part of the game that I think is awful, but I don't know, it's kind of a little bit less awful
yeah.
than...
Red hair Alex would be the girl you want on a jet ski, let me tell you.
Oh yeah, red hair, white Alex.
Yeah, exactly.
It's weird that her that she's based on Merle Dandridge, an actual actress, but like actual Final Alex is, but her face map is like the same as redhead Alex, but you know, different skin color and hair color. I guess they just like probably took the face of the Alex they had and stretched it a bit so that it fit Merle Dandridge.
Yeah, I can't imagine that wouldn't work. They probably did it and were like, eh, looks fine.
G-Man was up here a moment ago.
Yeah, redhead Alex. It's in Raising the Bar as well.
Yeah, early on when she was not Eli's daughter. Eli existed, but she was this other guy's daughter.
Yeah, exactly.
Who was called
Someone-
Captain
girl.
Vance. She was still a Vance, but Eli wasn't. Captain Vance ran the air exchange, which was the big machine that was sucking in all the air and turning it toxic so that presumably Earth could eventually be inhabited by bad guys.
Baddies, yeah. I posted concept art in the chat.
Yeah, I tweeted her face map texture a little while ago. I really
name was
don't like this. Sorry?
Eli was Eli Maxwell at that point, I guess.
Oh yeah.
And he was merged with Captain Vance. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I mean,
Eli
if it
Vance.
would interest people, I actually could just open up the leaked version and like look at obscure shit as well as playing. I could just run them in windows next to each other. If people were into that.
Oh, that's true, Max. Yeah, I forgot that they ported it to Android, which is super weird.
Yeah.
It was only Half-Life 2, right? It was never the episodes.
I think
Was
it's the
it?
episodes too.
Oh, okay. Is it though?
I could be wrong, but I think so. Yeah, it was to the NVIDIA Shield.
I'm looking this up right now before he can tell me.
Well, JP would be interested in seeing the leak, so maybe I'll open that up.
Oh, I guess there was episode 2. All right.
Yeah, there were, I mean, it's crashy with the leak, you know. You can never be sure if a random level that you open is gonna crash. But the most interesting part of it is like every VMF that was in, I guess, the well, some folder, some important folder that they were compiling the game out of, was leaked. Yeah, good idea, guys. Just jump down in the path of my airboat. Like, this is so theatrical. Like, the jumps existing and stuff. It's so just.
Max makes a good point. It's on Tegra, the NVIDIA Shield. So is the Switch. So in theory, they could port Half-Life really quick to the Switch, but I don't know why they would bother.
Yeah, probably. I mean, more money in it for them.
I mean,
probably
I'd
not
buy
that
it,
much.
But yeah, they could. They could do that real quick because it's just Tegra, but better, slightly better, I guess.
All right, so yeah, I guess I could. I haven't taken any damage from that guy. Jesus Christ.
Nice.
Nice reflections though in this game, hey.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it still looks great.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do the thing with the
leak thing?
zooming through the fence?
The zooming through the fence thing?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think you're gonna. No, you don't do it. Sorry, I'm kind of lagged behind on the video.
What's the zooming through the fence thing?
So there's a barrel you can shoot, and you don't have to do this whole section.
Oh man.
You
Okay.
can see it from like where you are on the airboat.
That's good because this is one of the most objectionable Breen speeches.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Where he like,
He does talk to
why if you're the leader of this oppressive
even done
regime,
anything yet.
would you? Yeah. So he calls you the one free man and the opener of the way, which is the only time you even hear those. So you got to assume no one else is really aware of them. It's like that's a bad political play, bro. Why are you? Yeah.
pumping this guy up.
The opener of the way. Like, no one fucking even calls me that. Not even my mum calls
they
me
do.
that.
Yeah, me neither, man.
Maybe he's secretly on the rebel side and he's trying to help pump Gordon up.
JP, you're probably right. Good question. I'm totally not smart with that bit. Yeah, I've totally seen this in a speed run.
Yeah, how
And
do you?
it was not hard looking.
So-
Definitely use that zoom key for sure.
Oh, there it is. There it is. I got this.
You got it? Okay, cool. Good stuff.
Assuming my gun is extremely accurate. I only have to shoot it twice. Yep, it's done.
Boom.
Best.
Taught you something.
Nice one. Oh! yeah, that's
Okay, I
definitely
saw
the
where you're
best.
saying you got hit.
The best Breen speech is definitely the one where he isn't even aware that he's addressing anyone but the Combined Soldiers. It also like
That's
sheds
true.
a
That
little
is
bit
a
of
good
light on
bit,
the
for
transhuman
sure.
nature of them and stuff. One of the big elements that they dropped story-wise that was in there in 2003 is the scene at the end with Breen and the one where he talks to Mossman on the speaker. It turns out in that iteration of the game that he's in it for immortality, which is just the classic lame thing, but actually immortality for everyone, I guess. He views being put into advisor host bodies, I think, as immortality, which I guess it is. But there was a good line that got cut because they ditched that immortality vibe, where Mossman's trying to sell him on keeping Eli on to help do the work if they can convince him and whatever, and he's like, no, he's already made his choice. He's decided to be one of the very last humans to die. Which
Whoa.
I thought was a pretty good line. But
That's some cool like food for thought there.
yeah. It was a bit more exposition-y though, and I guess they decided it'd be better if nobody knew what was happening in this game.
Oh. That would have been cool. I would have liked that, I think.
I'm gonna run this in a
It
window,
wasn't too on the nose.
and
Did you not even do that puzzle? You kind of just ran into that.
which puzzle?
There's a lambda locator, like a
Oh
little
yeah,
stash.
I actually stopped right there
Physics.
because I'm gonna open the leaked version so that I can show JP some
Oh,
stuff.
okay. Yeah.
And whoever else. Let's see.
Do it, man. The leak stuff you show is consistently interesting when you've just shown it to me privately. That sounded bad.
Yeah, it does. I'm sorry, I'm just reading JP's comment.
No worries.
Yeah, Breen Grub was great. I want Mark to continue Breen Grub. But he probably won't, I guess. The thing is, I can't tell if he... I should just ask him. I can't tell if he meant to end it the way that he did, or if that was like a to-be-continued situation. That could just be Breen Grub coming to an end. It could be a real
That might
ending,
be
it could
it.
be not. So I guess that's an okay reason by itself to just leave it.
I took that as the ending. I didn't really think about it beyond that.
Yeah, I just want more. I'll probably always want more.
Oh yeah,
Breen
that's
Grub.
fair.
I'd read a Breen Grub book.
Heck yeah, dude.
Come on, HL2 leak. Run in a window.
Come on. Wasn't there a thing where this didn't run or something, and you fixed it? Something like that.
Yeah.
Am I making that up?
I mean, you're probably not, but who knows with this. This does contain the E3 demos. It also contains... they were going to show this at E3 2002, actually. No, there are some E3 2002 maps that are different. Where, like, a gunship chases around the fucking... Oh, I want to run this in a window, but it won't run windowed. Oh well. I guess I'll just run it full screen. It's just going to be
Image
annoying when it
Comics,
crashes.
that's such a deep cut. That's really good.
Tasty Gordon.
Yeah, it's a very accurate description of that, like, art. If you didn't know, Image Comics was like a company making edgy shit, dude.
Okay, so... Oh, good, I can see my thing. So, here's something that that's interesting. When Half-Life... When this leak came out, I noticed that when you hit New Game, there's a training room option. It doesn't say hazard course or anything. So they were going to have some kind of training room, right? But,
Yeah.
But then Half-Life 1 got ported to Steam, and it brought in the training room thing, so now it doesn't say hazard course in the menu of Half-Life 1. It just says training room. Because I guess it just inherited the Half-Life 2 menu.
That's kind of funny.
So this is a list of maps that I have, but a lot of them were just made by like random forum people back in the day, but some of them not so much. Let's see what we got here. Let's go E3. This is like E3 Fizz Town. Yeah. Trap Town. Let's blow the Trap Town thing wide open.
Man, when that mattress physics happened, oh my god.
Yeah, that's just a ragdoll, right?
Lost my mind. I mean, I just never seen anything like that before when I saw it, you know?
Yeah.
Pretty
Same.
wild.
Alright, here I am. Music didn't queue for some reason. You can't press G to pull out the gravity gun. Why don't I have a suit? Give item suit. And in fact, if you press G, it says unknown command, drop primary. There was going to be a, around this time they were experimenting with having like a Halo style system where you could only carry 2 weapons at a time.
Interesting.
Or the crowbar plus 1 or something. So, gotta get out the gravity gun manually and...
There were a lot of weapons, weren't there, in the leak?
Yeah.
A ton.
As long as I play this like exactly the way that the guy did at E3, fuck.
Right, yeah.
I should be
Dude,
fine.
I prefer those barrels, honestly.
Yeah, there's like 6 unique barrel models. It's really
I
hard
don't know
to
why they
kill
got
the
rid
guy
of
with
some of
them.
those. They're cool.
There's an MP5K model for the
Yeah, there's an
SMG1.
AK and
Like, you still get it out and it looks like this, but the third-person model is an MP5K. Alright, so then I close this, push this in front of the thing. He yells out with a Half-Life 1 Freeman thing. If I go here, he should shoot the bottles. Oh shit, I wasn't supposed to kill that guy, was I? He doesn't die in the...
No, yeah.
My bad.
Oops. Yeah, you were supposed to rush in there and then, like, cover that door.
Let's get that suit. I pick it up. He takes a couple of shots, I throw it at him, he's okay. Can you get past? I better move it out of the way. Shut the door, which you never do in Half-Life 2. No you don't.
What are you, Alex?
Yep, shoots the bottles.
Oh, that's too good.
The door opens the wrong way and then he tries to kick it.
Oh my god, I need to see that.
This guy shoots the blinds. Look at that. Blinds, amazing. They didn't do that.
Oh, dude, yeah, the blinds part was also, like, really cool to me at the time.
It's really hard to dislodge this. I'm going to put on Buddha mode, which is like God mode, but you still lose health. Come on. I need you, Radiator. Well, fuck it. What else? Oh my god. What else can I throw? I'm pretty sure the vending machine will only fucking break if I hit it with the radiator.
Oh, really? Okay,
I'll try this anyhow. Oh no. Still broke. Look at that. Amazing. That's so Half-Life 1 and they really should have done that in somewhere in Half-Life 2.
It's great. I loved it.
I picked up his gun, the OICW that was cut. Oh right, I'm supposed to gravity gun this as like a barricade.
Based on like a military trials rifle that never became a thing, I think.
Yeah, it's in Soldier of Fortune though.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, stop it. Stop following me. You didn't follow me in the E3 demo.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot of guns in real life that went into video games and then you find out they aren't a thing at all. They were like shit.
They were just in a bunch of video games because they look cool.
Yeah, so like, you know the shotgun, the auto shotty from like Far Cry?
Yeah.
That was just like a prototype that never got made into an actual thing.
So if we do this the way they did it at E3, first we shoot the girder.
Oh really?
And then it went to spawn the blood decal on the wall, but I guess for some reason it also spawned some posters.
Oh my god, that's funny.
And this part doesn't make sense at all because you throw the grenade under and only these two pillars break.
Yeah.
That is physics though, so it can glitch out and get stuck like this. Let's help it out.
Oh my god, that is glitched. Oh nice, wow.
Is the stream like lagging way out? Because it is on my screen.
It seems okay to me so far.
Okay.
Maybe.
Oh, there's still a guy alive down here. Man alive.
Whack him.
Well, if you actually compile this map for Half-Life 2, for the retail Half-Life 2, and just leave it intact, like, the physics never glitches out like that. They fixed that up enough that if you chuck the grenade under there, it always works out pretty much.
Oh, really?
But,
okay. That's good.
yeah, I mean, which they should have just left the fucking dumpster in. Also, I would have much preferred to be, I think it would have stood more of the test of time if in Ravenholm you did fight Combine soldiers as well as zombies. That's a much more interesting situation, is if you got multiple enemy types interacting. Shoot this guy's body so the head crab comes off. Wah.
I've always preferred this shotgun, to be honest.
Yeah. This guy's head's gross. It's like only got jawbone.
I could be the only one. Think that, maybe.
So I think I... No, you're definitely
Oh, dude,
not.
I love
There's
the leak
mobs.
zombie. It's great.
Yeah, he's good. I like how you can, like... He looks way gorier for some reason inside.
Yeah, just the texture work is different, and I mean, a lot of it's lower res, but I prefer some of it. But like final.
Yeah, same.
And yeah, well, like.
Oh, so they all
This
come
demo.
shooting out here, and then I shoot this non-explosive barrel.
Yeah, how does
Cue
it
the
end?
spinny tire. Everyone catches fire, and we do the scary music.
Oh my god, that is a non-explosive barrel. That's funny. Was that light bloom stuff in final, by the way? I don't remember. Did they break that?
I think they did break that.
Because that always looked great to me, and I don't remember that being in the actual release.
Well, in the release, they've changed the entire fire effect
that is
now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to tell now.
Hmm.
But yeah, all of Ravenholm is still here.
Oh, neat. Yeah, there's the end of the demo.
Yeah. We could also, like, see if we can load up some Borealis or something. How many canals have I got, actually? What's D1 canals end?
You don't want to know. Alright, maybe.
Oh, I remember this. I was actually going to mention this before. So this is like... can I get up here? There's an ambush ahead, and you're going to need my help to get through it. I'll get the barge ready, but we're going to need at least 5 propane tanks to be safe. You'll see why ahead. Note, the barge is a hack and it gets stuck on corners, so move around to get unstuck.
That's great.
Okay, so I'm gonna Impulse 101 myself here. There's no crossbow in this version. So you have to, like, go around and get propane tanks for him. Those ones that you can shoot the end and they thrust off, and you gotta put them in this launcher, and the idea, I guess, was you were gonna use those to, you know, kill somebody. I don't think I ever got that far in this map, so let's find out.
This is some Left 4 Dead shit, I tell you what.
It actually is, isn't it? No power to the crane, it says.
I see.
That is actually a crane vehicle, though, so I wonder if I'm supposed to use it. Hey, there's some propane tanks. Yeah,
Somebody
definitely.
there's propane.
Oh, what? Do I have the gravity gun in the canals? No, I wasn't supposed to have the gravity gun. I wonder how I was supposed to get past that. Check out these Black Mesa style health kits.
Maybe it's just busted. I don't know. Oh, hey, look at those.
Lots of these
Amazing.
things. What
It's
made
just
that noise?
surplus. That's like the explanation. Just had some surplus crates that were gonna go there before the incident.
But you can totally see how this would have got developed into a... Oh, look, the Citadel is black. And it's animated
Whoa,
the
careful.
entire time. Yeah, you can see how this would have been developed into a canal bit. Oh, shit. Bad guys.
Yeah, that canal or Citadel looks cool. Not gonna lie.
Put a... Alright, let me try using one of these. This doesn't have preferred carry angles yet, so you gotta kind of go manual on it. Yes, I got him.
Oh, now that prop, I don't wonder why that was taken out. Kind of looks shit.
Which prop? The propane tank.
Yeah, exactly.
So
It's a bit shit.
this is... I'm pretty sure there was no version of the game where you were supposed to have a gravity gun this early, but there's no other way to move these things. So, I don't know. What the... Stop shooting my apparently extremely light propane tanks.
Yeah, those things are ready to fly away. Oh my god.
Yes! That's good shit.
Oh, is he gonna do it? Amazing.
Yeah, I actually made a system for my game to, you know, add floating text in various locations. Although Unreal 4 is good like that in it has a text render actor right out of the box, so that's nice.
Good.
I wonder if this is actually gonna have much level to it after I do this. I don't think I ever succeeded in getting all these onto the boat. When I last played this map, which I was probably like 13 last time I played this map.
It's been a bit then.
Okay, how many did he say
Yeah,
he
how did
needed?
Sorry, go ahead.
Good point. No, you couldn't pick up stuff with E. Like, it worked. Like, the code, they'd started doing it because it worked, like, one time out of 20 or something. Like, but, certainly not reliably. And these things seem to be too heavy because he doesn't even try. Oh wait, he tried for a second. See, he lowers the gun when I press E on this. But yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay, that's
Gordon
good
is
enough. Hop on my
trying to
barge
keep
and
it
let's
up.
head out. I beg to differ. You said I need at least 5, and that's 3. He probably just counted the
He's-
number of
he's not
times
picky,
I
alright.
threw one at the boat.
Although that is kind of a cool thing, like, oh, I guess we'll have to make do with 3, you know, let's just get out of here.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna have to manually deliver some of these
Just
bad
kind of
boys.
changing expectations on you, you know?
I hope none of these propane tanks are, like, empty. I hope they're not the ones that I shot. I assume those blew up or something. Whoa, this is kind of foggy-ass water. I know there's one here somewhere. Yes! Alright,
Nice.
I'm gonna save. Oh,
Does this
it's moving.
support Steam Cloud saves, by the way?
Alas.
You're gonna have to back these up manually, my dude.
Okay, we're on our way. This gate just
On my way to
opens.
Viridian City. Don't ignore that. Ignore that. Okay.
Oh my god, the fucking the physics. For God's sake.
Grid account. I don't know if I get that. Joe, help me.
I don't either. I had to sacrifice
shit.
a propane tank just to stop that terrible noise.
Oh my god. Rip.
There's another guy. Wait, I guess it's not. It's the same guy. He got off the boat because he's scared of the ambush that he's sending me into. Nice. There he is. Load up that launcher. I'll draw the helicopter into range. I am confident I've never played this bit.
We're going in. Oh my god. Teleported. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit behind. Yo, look at that helicopter. What the heck? I don't think I've seen that before.
Okay, I got a thing in. Yes! Apparently I don't need at least 5. And now the barge crashes through the barricade, clearing the way to Ravenholm. Oh, okay. I actually didn't know that they even had a name for this, for Ravenholm this early on. I'm stuck.
There's no way this sequence wouldn't have been frustrating.
Yeah, no way. Oh, I just no-clipped and the physics threw me still, like, up into space. Where is this fucking boat? Let me on the boat.
Oh my god.
I hope I didn't miss
Sorry,
a
I'm
trigger.
reacting to stuff after it happens.
That's, yeah, insanely contrived stuff right there. Clearing the way to Ravenholm. So that's how you were supposed to... Wow, HL2 breakables. I mean HL1. That's how you were supposed to get to Ravenholm, I guess, at one point.
Oh, the classic Gibbs. Wow.
What do you mean by
Well,
physics
now we're
as lock and
Ravenholm,
key?
boys.
I'm not sure if I'm familiar with that expression. Oh, I successfully picked that up with just my hands that time.
Nice. Gordon, I guess he was working out.
Yeah.
Like, no big deal, no big deal.
Here's a fun thing we were talking about earlier. You can totally... Oh, maybe not with this guy, but you can, in general, kill your friends in this version of Half-Life 2.
I'm starting to get a little freaked out here.
Alright, so what else? What do we... D1 Canals 01, and I'm pretty sure this one's going to crash, but...
You should show that thing you showed me. It was like a really early, like, Eli's
Oh, no.
lab.
Oh, yeah. Eli's den.
Yeah, that was cool. It was very Half-Life 1, like, extremely Half-Life 1.
That was definitely when he was Eli Maxwell. There's concept for that level in Raising the Bar. I'll see if I can find that. I'm not sure if I showed you that from Hammer or the actual game. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Proto Eli Den. Oh, I hate the hot dog stand color scheme. Okay, this is Eli's den, Eli's lab thing. When I think it was in the wasteland, which was the sea floor because the sea level was lowered a lot.
That's so cool.
So this is like some den in a canyon at the bottom of the sea, and there's some ragdolls and shit that like either I or some other random level designer on the internet added. I say level designer, some random kid on the internet added, just to fool around with, because this is a proto level and there was nothing in it script wise or NPC wise. But you can see there's like props missing where they because this was at a time when pipes were still cylinder models, but the 90-degree bend joining two cylinder brush pipes was a mesh. You can see a lot of that.
So that model file you just don't have.
Yeah. Black Mesa style charges, but the texture's a bit updated from that.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Okay, I see. That's funny.
How's the frame rate on the stream?
Seems good to me, man.
Cool. I like these bullet hole decals compared to the ones you get on metal in retail Half-Life 2. Fun fact, these are the same decals you can see in Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines.
Oh man, those look pretty cool.
This is actually the bus. That actually kind of dates this level, I guess. This bus brush model was which is physics and just killed me.
Incredible, amazing.
That model was that's the same bus you were going to ride into City 17 on at one point.
Yeah, I remember you showing me that bus ride, and then you found like the Zen lights in the sewers.
Oh yeah,
kind of this open world thing. It was really interesting.
Yeah, they had those the Zen lights from Half-Life 1, the little retracty eye stalk lights were kind of my favorite. One of my favorite things in Zen in Half-Life 1.
Yeah,
and they were going to be in Half-Life 2.
Yep.
But yeah, so
wild stuff.
That's his den.
Don't tell anyone how I live, you know.
Exactly. It looks kind of nice from up here. Like they've got these kind of hanging on the side cliff things, and this would have been all desert up here, I guess. Yeah, there was this great map. Basically, the entire there was a version of the entire intro from Bus Ride, where presumably the G-Man would have said his same shit, all the way up to Kleiner's lab. That was this long meandering walk, like the thing that everyone was glad Half-Life 2 didn't do as much. That went through, geez, what did it go through? The bus ride itself was like a couple of levels. Then
oh wow,
you
couple levels.
I mean, Half-Life 1's tram ride was like 6 levels, but so it was a bit less than that, but then you had to walk through the bus station and out through a square that is actually in the I'll show you this square actually. Yeah.
I think I would have been fine with that back then if that's how it came out.
Yeah, I would have too, and this was probably like 2002 or something that it would have come out if they'd done it. Yeah, so this, look at the webcam. That square is from the bus ride arrival version of Half-Life 2. So there's a T-junction like 50 meters away from there that you come out of after you get off the bus, and then you go past the tunnel. You go through the tunnel that's behind the camera there, and you end up in the place where they make the cremators, which are the weird flamethrower janitors that clean up the streets.
Yeah, it's interesting JP brings up Victor Antonov, because I got like a huge Dishonored vibe in retrospect, thinking about that.
Yeah, totally.
Should load that up because it feels Dishonored to me.
Here's something kind of fun that I did at one point. I was this was 2003, and I was experimenting with the facial animation system, and I was like, wait, couldn't I just play any facial sequence on any character and it would work? And so I did this bit from the end of the E3 presentation, but with Alex.
Well,
Oh my god,
isn't this
some old school Joe stuff right here.
But all I did was switch the model and That went fine.
Should just leak that on a forum like, oh my god, they intended them to be the same person. It's amazing.
E3 ship. What was that about? This might crash. Like, I never know if any of these maps are just going to crash straight up. Oh, here we go. So this was the E3 2002 presentation that didn't happen. You can see that it's like kind of farther along than the Eli's Den stuff, but it's the Borealis. Although it doesn't seem to say that on it. Oh yeah, it does. There's a just decals aren't working on it. So similar to Ravenholm, the actual story versions, as far as I can tell, of this level at the time, was the ship was inhabited with like zombies and something called sack ticks, basically alien stuff. But in the E3 version, they were going to switch it with Combine, I think. Uh-oh, I'm surrounded by fast head crabs, which are actually way spookier in the leak. I'm going to put on no target. FOV 30 or something. FOV 10. Let's have a good look at these guys. You can see that they're like pulsating, and they have like maybe little weird eyes. Oh, interesting. JP says when he interviewed at Valve in March 2011, part of his level design whiteboard test was to design a Half-Life combat sequence that took place on a ship. So that's interesting. I'm going to Impulse 101 here.
Lunic disapproves.
So these guys are obviously heavily scripted. Oh, it's the gunship. I got to get to wherever I'm supposed to trigger this from. Maybe I was just supposed to wander this way. I remember this. They made this head crab like collide with the player so that when you trip over it, it would fall down the stairs.
Huh. It's kind of a nice little detail.
And that's triggered the gunship. But I don't know if he's following his script correctly. He's definitely supposed to kind of strafe me here.
That reminds me, what does the Borealis actually look like in the game? Does it look like this?
Yeah, it's the same map. For some reason,
the same?
a bunch of zombies just exploded out of a shipping container.
There's how it actually looks like in how it looks in episode 2.
Oh yeah, so it looks a little different in episode 2, but it's mostly the same. It's based on a ship called the Polar Star. Something I was gonna note when I was playing actual Half-Life 2 was this shipping container. In the later levels of Half-Life 2, all the shipping containers are meshes that have like ridgy detail, and in early builds like this, you've got these shitty brush shipping containers. But in some of the canal levels, where everything looks garbage, they still have these shitty brush ones. And
oh really?
So I don't know. It just
know that.
sort of makes me think some of those are from fucking ages ago. I don't know. So you come in here and stalkers try and... I definitely missed a trigger at some point because these guys are supposed to be shooting lasers at the whole room, but they're quite interesting looking, quite freaky.
Those ones are pretty disturbing design-wise. Like, it was a little spooky, a little Half-Life 1-ish, maybe.
This was the displacement functionality was obviously new because they were making pipes with it.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, just imagine I'm getting shot at with lasers, which is what would usually happen here. Oh, this guy's got AI. He runs away. Yeah, so...
You spooked him.
Combine soldiers as well.
Yeah, the Combine assassins looked
oh yeah.
pretty...
This
would have been a good place for him.
Yeah, actually the Oh, do you mean the alien ones with creepy spiked heads?
Yeah, the Combine assassins.
Server ragdoll in it, model missing vehicle data. Well, there's supposed to be a ragdoll, and it crashed out. I thought you meant the female assassins, which that had, from Half-Life 1. There's a combined version of that.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about for sure.
Oh, okay. So there were two monsters called the Assassin.
Oh shit! Really? Okay.
And you never know which one you're looking at when you see it referenced. Here is the alien
You never
assassin
know.
who was real creepy.
Oh.
I could take this with a grain of salt, but I think he was gonna be like a bunch of these guys were gonna attack Kraken base when you were down there with
Oh,
Elena
I know what you're talking
Mossman.
about. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so this guy, he's got a little thing on his wrist that shoots gas. He's got like weird eye things. This guy is a cycler, so if I shoot him, he'll change animations. So this is his walk. And apparently they recycled some of his AI for the fast zombie.
50% porn. All right, I know what I'm looking up later, I guess.
That's where he throws some kind of grenade.
Such a
Yes,
different
jumps.
style from everything they put in the actual game.
Yeah, this would have been quite early on, I guess. And this is his inspect animation, where he like looks closely at something.
Oh my god, does that mean weapon skins?
What? Oh, right.
In CS:GO, there's an inspect thing for like all the shit. TF2 has it now as well, actually.
There was an animation of this guy crawling down a vent or something. I don't know if it's here. But yeah.
Oh yeah, it is pretty Strog-like. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's highly Strog. And I hate Strog, so...
Much Strog.
Um,
Yeah, Quake 1 for life, basically.
yeah, for sure.
There was this discussion with Murphy Black, I'm bringing him up again, about how there's like a Shambler head item for Quake Champions, and it has fur. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I don't know. I guess it's okay. I don't know.
Like, did you imagine that as a furry thing in Quake 1? Because I sure didn't.
Did you imagine it as like skin?
Yeah, like a flesh thing.
Here's another Borealis map that wasn't an E3 one, by the way. Yeah, there's some early concept art for Half-Life 2 that I think kind of sucks. How am I supposed to get up on this fucking boat?
Good question.
That's interesting.
Unpleasant furry? Yeah, well that's
Yeah.
most furry, let me tell you.
I'm gonna cheat to get up into this thing. Let's just assume that I start here. Oh no.
Alright, maybe he's furry, but it's like matted with blood.
Oh, you know what I forgot? I think that at this point they might have been gonna do a couple of those incidents from Half-Life 1 where you suddenly lose all your weapons and you have to find them again, but then they would have different weapons because there was a melee weapon and ice axe in this version of the game that presumably was for around here, and there was flare guns and shit. And I can't imagine they would want you to have those for the entire game, but let's see, give weapon ice axe. So now I have an ice axe, which is just a crowbar, but
Shamblers are furry, that is how they generate static to shoot lightning. Okay. I mean, I'll accept that.
yeah, I'll accept that.
Here I was thinking they were like some sort of wizards.
I just actually went through a successful level transition, which,
Oh my god.
oh my god, didn't think that would happen. There's oh, I see. These platform things are supposed to be dangling from the ceiling so that I could jump across the physics objects to get up there, but alas,
gotcha,
their
it's busted.
yeah, their hinge
Yeah.
joint must have been like deprecated.
Rip.
Rip.
Well,
Oh, I just
Oh,
picked
man,
up a
that
fire
was a big
extinguisher. I
Yeah,
just
go
totally picked up a fire extinguisher.
nice. Wasn't there like a climbing mod for Half-Life
Oh.
2? Like it was like, what was that?
Oh, what
Am
the
I making this up?
fuck? Oh no.
I'm gonna see what happened.
So this is the like obsolete man. When an entity is
Oh my
obsolete,
God.
you get like in Hammer, you get a little obsolete icon on it that's him like doing Fonzie thumbs. Maybe it is the Fonz, I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's still around for sure.
But I kind of forgot that it got used on broken particle systems.
JP, I like that. I like that take on the Shambler. Let's all make a Quake 1 remake.
This is great. All the parts that in Half-Life 2 retail show like a map of the region are actually like a map of some actual region. Bremerton? Sinclair Inlet? Where is this?
Who can say?
How do I get out of here? Bad level design. Valve.
This game, man, shouldn't have been made, man. How could they let a
crashed.
ship like this?
Yeah, I can keep screwing around with that, or I could go back to playing Half-Life 2. What do you guys reckon?
Oh, Puget Sound.
Ah,
Let's
cool,
see
makes
what
sense.
chat thinks.
What does chat think? Oh, I have a boat, don't I?
He's down for whatevs. Woo!
I'm gonna go on with Half-Life 2 for a bit.
All right.
I'm not sure how many more fascinating things I have in the league. Without going into like Hammer. Because I could go into Hammer, but it's a whole thing. Let's
I
give
get
them
you.
some privacy. Alright, so yeah, I think these levels suck. But now that I've just been in Half-Life 2 circa 2003, I have a newfound humility. It could have been worse, right?
Yeah, actually, that is a good point. Makes this a little more tolerable.
But yeah, I mean, it is. I do wish that that they'd been free to just make Half-Life 2 like in a couple of years after Half-Life 1. What? Oh, you know what? This bit.
It would have been, yeah, it would have been very different.
This is a whole big bit of Half-Life 2 that sucks, and you can skip it. Another again. Right, first I gotta go in here and get the Python. Come on.
Wait, you can skip it?
Yeah.
What? Did not know.
I love killing people with this gun though.
It is one of the best guns, if not the best gun in that game.
I'd say it's definitely the best gun. Great
Definitely.
animations and everything. It felt really cool to aim it in VR and fire it and stuff.
Oh, true. Yeah, I saw the reloading thing they did for it, and I'm like, I want to do that. That looks awesome.
Hell yeah. So yeah, so there is a way to jump up here and skip the entire interior of this building.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, I'm down for that. A lot of warehouses in this area.
For real.
And later on with the car and everything.
It's weird. There's actually a bit where the handrail is missing. Yeah, I hate the sound for Half-Life 2's SMG as well, which is a real letdown after Half-Life 1, which has like my favorite SMG sound. Almost. Stupid boat.
Half-Life 1 SMG. Yeah, that one's legit.
Yeah, and then the HD pack ruins it. You gotta play with that off.
Wait, does it ruin the sound or just the model?
Both.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
I
they
guess
swapped
I
all the
forgot.
sounds and everything.
Whack.
What?
I like the M4 model. I hate to say it, I kind of like it, but hey, that's just me.
I don't mind the model, but the sound destroys me.
Fair
Alright,
enough.
so
fair
I've
enough.
skipped this whole bit now.
Yay!
Whoa!
Did it, y'all.
These guys are taking cover in here because I'm supposed to have fought my way through the entire thing.
I do like this little tower, little area.
I'm supposed to fight like a chopper from here, aren't I? Yeah, with this.
Yep. Yeah, you gotta use the turrets.
But I think everyone can forgive me for wanting to skip parts of this level.
You are forgiven.
Yeah, yeah. They did fuck up a lot of things over the years in Half-Life 1 and 2.
Yeah, I wanted to do that Let's Play of like the Windows 98 version, like retail and everything, but
Oh, yeah.
man, that turned into a nightmare, let me tell you.
Yeah, were you not able to get it going? Don Hawk built a Windows 98 machine recently.
Yeah, it's all good. Something to do with OpenGL. I have a really kind of modern card for back then, to be honest. So like, if I select OpenGL, which gets me reses that are not tiny,
Yeah.
it does this weird thing where it's like stuck in the corner and kind of zoomed in and all janky, and I'm like trying to figure it out. Windows 98, yeah, a bit of a pain to set that all up.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah, JP, the only thing I can really say that I like about the HD pack interpretation is it's actually a gun that visibly has a grenade launcher on it, which I don't think the Half-Life 1 MP5 is. And then it's crazy that was like a common criticism of like people were like, why is there a grenade launcher on this gun when there clearly isn't? And in Half-Life 2, like, it's so much more egregious in that regard. You actually can get a decent view of the gun, and there's nothing you could possibly construe as a grenade launcher, but you're still launching grenades.
It is totally bizarre, isn't it? Yeah, it's funny.
It's busting out the Half-Life 1 soundtrack on me. It's trying to get them nostalgia points.
Is it working?
It's working a little.
Nice. Nice.
What a ridiculous way to try and get someone out of the city, by the way. It's like, yeah, just ride a fucking airboat through some canals where that could easily be blocked at any stage. Like,
in fact, it's incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, it's literally the most dangerous thing you could possibly do. Like, they could have been like, you know what, hide him in the sewer for like a week until he can safely make this journey. Or until we get the fucking teleporter fixed, which we almost did already. If Klein is fine hiding out at Kleiner's lab, I mean, why
That's
not?
true, yeah, he is fine after that, isn't he?
Yeah, so why not just
Still being
leave
used.
Gordon there? I guess it wouldn't. I mean, it obviously wouldn't make for a very good video game, but
There's one heck of a plot hole, though, to be honest.
yeah.
Ah, well, let's not think about it.
2004 JP, snarky as fuck. I always thought this game could use, like, even Half-Life 1, but especially with Half-Life 2, then using the exact same music system, where it's just like, there's no music, except occasionally we play a track off the CD. It's weirdly low-tech. Could have used a dynamic music system of some kind. It's not like that's super hard to do. Like, just let it...
Yeah, what do they
Ramp
call that?
up.
Red Book audio?
Do they?
Yeah, I know Quake 1 called it that, or like used that tech, where it's just playing a song from the CD. Maybe that's the same in Half-Life 1?
Yeah, that's also a classic thing in both Half-Life games, is that the shotgun has a right click to fire both barrels, but it only has one barrel.
Yeah, I guess Red Book audio was just like a specification. It didn't really mean much.
It's weird that there's a barnacle just at random in this dead end bit.
Oh yeah, that is weird.
Oh, I just realized you can turn on the headlights of the airboat with the flashlight button.
Wait. Oh, I don't think I ever knew that. That's kind of mind-blowing.
Me either.
Yes, Deus Ex 1, it's all tracker music, where it's like making the sound on the fly.
Yeah, I just mean in terms of like, I don't know, maybe play some music when there's an action scene going on. Maybe just a particular one, you know, and then stop when it's over. In this you often get like, whoops, you killed all the bad guys before the music track ran out and now you're just running around empty hallways with awesome techno blurring. Like,
Yeah.
Or the opposite thing where you know, you never get any cool backing track to your fights.
And it
This
stops
is-
at reloads, right? Or it
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
which is always frustrating.
both actually, which it didn't
Get
do in
really
Half-Life
frustrated
1.
with that.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of the like oh, that's cool. The Messianic Gordon Freeman thing should like works a lot better if you only consider Gordon Freeman for who he was in Half-Life 1, where that was actually like really hard and you really felt like you'd actually accomplished something when you did stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
Because you know, every you'd often be like low health. Every fight with the grunts, especially, was quite difficult, and it actually had the run, think, shoot, live vibe. Here, the more it plays up to like the theatrical stuff of what if you chased a helicopter while it dropped bombs on you and shit. Like, it doesn't really feel earned when people think you're amazing because clearly everyone's just comically inept. I know that's like snarky and whatever, but like,
Yeah.
there's an entire army who like mainly don't shoot the guy they're trying to kill. Like, you can run through this game and not have to duck. Here's a jump scare, by the way. Wah. Whoops. No.
Jump scare? I'm trying to remember. I'm catching up. Oh yeah, okay. Forgot about that. That reminds me of speaking of horror and first-person shooters. Was BioShock ever scary? Because I don't think it ever was.
I don't think so. I thought it was the splices were too naff with their dialogue for me to not just chuckle whenever they said shit. That was pretty
Yeah,
explicit.
like I remember people saying like, "Oh, I was so scared." I'm like, "What are you on?"
Also,
It's
what
not
the
a scary thing.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I gotta point out, like, why is this a thing? Like, why is this elaborate,
This whole-
extremely elaborate contraption whereby, like, it's designed presumably by the citizens so that you release the handbrake on this weird lift and then drop a washing machine on it, and that's what raises the jump that's clearly designed as a jump, and why not just leave it up all the time as a jump? Like,
These are questions we are not allowed to know.
and what do you do after that? Like, presumably, you do eventually want to put the jump down again, so how do you get the washing machine out?
Joe, you gotta let it go, man.
I can't. How do I get the washing machine out? I have to reset the trap. Ah.
My clothes are in the dryer. Oh my god. Oh yay, that was stressful. Yeah, now System
like-
Shock 2, that was scary. Let me tell
Prey
you.
is pretty scary, I guess. Certainly atmospheric as fuck. The new Prey, that is. Not
I'm
Prey
trying to
2006.
think of the last thing I got scared at. PT is absolutely frightening. That's the scariest game ever made. I
Public
will say
transport,
that.
I agree.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a really scary game. Oh my gosh. Oh, thanks for having me on, Joe. It's nice to distract myself from America literally falling apart.
Yeah, let's not even talk about it.
Yeah, sorry. Oops.
No, that's fine. This Vortigaunt puts this gun on this airboat for you, but there is also a part later on where he was gonna, at the end of the Jeep section, he was gonna take the Tau cannon off it and give it to you,
Yeah.
the Gauss gun. Which they didn't end up doing, but I think it might have survived pretty late into shit because there is a full animation for that on the Vortigaunt model.
Yep.
You could probably just script it up pretty easy, except the actual gun code has been taken out, but it's in the leak. So some people have made
Could
mods
make it
where you
work,
can still
yeah.
use it. I can't use this fucking valve to open the gate. I have to wait for him to do it.
Oh. Oh, it's like
It
maybe he has
wobbles
a key.
a little bit as well. So it's like, I guess I'm just not strong enough. I have to wait for this man.
Yeah, when he does it, he's like, oh, Gordon's like, I loosened it up for you.
Half-Life 2 nerds have made a big deal about the all-knowing Vortigaunt, who's like a secret Vortigaunt who's cooking a head crab that you can find later, and he says all this cool stuff. But actually, they all say it if you just use them.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah, just every single Vortigaunt will say that shit if you talk to it.
Oh, that's pretty wild. I didn't know that. Yeah, I thought that was unique lines.
Yeah. But he does have a unique little scripted sequence where he's singing when you go in, and then he gets embarrassed and coughs and acts like he wasn't singing.
That's right, yeah. You should go to him. Yeah, that was one of my favorite Easter eggs
I will do that.
in this game.
You also have to sustain quite a bit of damage to get to him.
Yeah, you sure did. You gotta run through a bunch of ass, or whatever that is.
Yeah.
Old Prey is weird. I went back and bought that for $3 because I like the whole clashing archive thing.
Yeah, the thing where both Preys install into the same folder.
Yeah, I kind of loved it, so I had to go find a way to buy that and redeem it on Steam. And what do you know? It totally works, and that game is weird.
This is so annoying that, like, they just cued the music and stuff and gave me a gun on the thing as if to say, like, yeah, it's a fun, like, drive straight ahead, do the cool thing, do jumps thing, and then they slam a door in my face. And I remember the first time I played this, I spent like a little while getting out of that area, so the music had stopped by the time I was ready to go on. Oh, hey, this is cool. Given what I just showed you, we have some of these propane tanks that thrust off, like we're in the early thing. Let me see.
Yeah, they don't show up that often, do they?
No. I think, is this the only place where they are in a game?
Maybe. Like, I don't remember that.
There we go. I just.
Oh dear.
There we go. Ah! So, I mean, that still would have worked.
So you worked on Prey. Was that like? I mean, what engine would that have been? It's interesting.
That was Quake 3. No, Doom 3's engine, wasn't it?
Yeah, but he's saying in 2001. So.
Oh. Okay.
That's got to be that way old build when that trailer came out, which looked awesome at the time.
Yeah.
Like the '98 trailer.
I still want that '98 Duke Nukem. I want them to just release that.
Dude, same here. Yeah, that game needs to exist. The thing, just that. Oh, man.
Someone from Gearbox once told me they were in the lead up to DNF finally coming out that they really wanted to release like all of the old ones, just like all that dev shit, just on like a collector's edition disc of like, here's a bunch of broken old sweet in development at various times, like old versions of Duke Nukem Forever. But apparently it was like there were all sorts of legal entanglements where they hadn't had their contracts together properly when they did some of that stuff. And
I see. Yeah.
red tape. This is a fun little place. This is like a nice little Half-Life 2 shanty thing. Where some bloke lived
like
here and got.
Yeah, totally optional.
It's nice. He's got his little rug there.
I would
see it being
appreciate
an okay
more
place to camp out.
optional areas.
Yeah, definitely. It's fun to just completely own a head crab with his gun.
Yeah, going back to Prey, I forgot how many gimmicks were in that game. Like the wall walking and like there's the portal stuff, which I totally forgot about.
Oh yeah,
like the Duke Nukem 3D trappings of like TVs and shit.
Yeah.
And, like interactive elements.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
man, this is crazy.
really like. I guess it seems like Prey 2006 would scratch most of the itch that you would have hoped the DNF would end up scratching.
Exactly. Yeah, I was gonna say it's very much of that.
Without being as horrible. It's still a little horrible. Like, it's a good game, but like there is some nasty shit in there, I think.
Yeah, I didn't realize there's children like dying in that. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That was like super edgy for no reason. Oh yeah, I knew they were in there like from way early on. I just forgot about it.
Yeah, that classic early trailer with the I never. There's a word for these things where there's a bunch of rings spinning around each other. There's an early Prey trailer with like where the inside of one of those
Yeah.
is Portal. See, this is so fucking stupid. This is like the worst bit of Half-Life 2 level design. I'm saying that until I think of another one later. Like, how do I get out of this area? Why am I just trapped in this fucking area where I'm being fired upon in this terribly handling airboat shooting APCs?
I was also confused about this.
And the way that you eventually get out is really fucking dumb, I think. Yep.
It
Yep.
is
Yep.
very-
Why would you think of this? Why would you do this? Like, you have to go up to this random fucking box and shoot the barrels in it.
By the way, I do know what you're talking about with the spinning rings. I was gonna say Vitruvian Man, but that's not really accurate.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, it kind of is, I guess.
I don't know what that
There's a
is.
circle. What's that?
Sorry, I'm just trying to focus on getting this jump. Ugh.
Do it.
Tommy Hawk. Yeah, wow.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I didn't
Horrific
even put that
fridging.
together. Oh dear. Yeah, I looked at that Prey trailer and it was like a something brave game. Like they're gonna make it like a whole game series.
Mm. It's kind of like
forget
I
what they
was
called it.
at the movies the other day, and there was a trailer for a new Conjuring movie,
Talon Brave. Yeah, Talon Brave game.
and it said a new film in the Conjuring cinematic universe or something.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Like, what are you talking about? How many Conjuring movies are there, and aren't they all just about ghosts in houses?
Listen, they're all connected,
Dude. Every time I go to replay Half-Life 2, I give up at the end of this chapter right after I kill this helicopter. I'm like, oh god. But it does
Yeah,
get
there's
better
kind
after
of a-
this. This is the low point. It's a shame that it's such a
There's
fatiguing...
kind of a lull in the pacing where you're just kind of relaxing at Eli's place.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, it's got... Looking back on it, this game gets off to a terrible start, doesn't it? I mean, the first chapter is cool. It's a cool intro. But
Honestly, yeah,
Root Canal
it
fucking
does.
sucks. Water Hazard is really, really tiring more than anything. Like, you can play a bad level like Root Canal for a lot longer than you can play a bad level like Water Hazard.
Yeah.
You get to the end and you're just like, I want to go to bed. I'm done. And then you never want to come back to it. But I guess people didn't feel that way about it at the time. I remember this came out like a little bit before, a little bit after Doom 3, like a couple of months I think, some small amount of time. And both were past a certain threshold of hype where you just are not going to get any decent consideration of them out of the game reviewing press.
Yeah.
And I remember PC Power Play, which is the main, and I guess still is the main like game magazine in Australia, gave Doom 3, they raved about Doom 3, they did like a 6-page review of just gushing about Doom 3, and they gave it, they had scores out of 100 and they gave it a 97? No, they gave it a 98.
Okay, yeah.
A 98.
98.
And that game has aged horribly, right? Like, I didn't even think it was good then, but they just said weird stuff like, this is the best video game shotgun sound of all time.
No, that's not even true.
Yeah. So anyway, so like a couple of months later, Half-Life 2 comes out. It's clearly better than Doom 3, right? And so they gush about that in much the same way, and they give it a 99. That was like a big contributor to Little Joe realizing that review scores are bullshit. It's like, yep,
Oh,
Half-Life
man,
2 is
I must have-
quantifiably 1 percentage point better than Doom 3.
Yeah, exactly. It's a bit ridiculous. I wonder if in that review they were like, the best shotgun sound is Half-Life 2.
They didn't say the sound, but they did say it was the best shotgun in a video game.
Oh my god.
It might have been a different reviewer or something, and they're just two best shotguns that year, but...
That's funny. Man, I remember when Mario Kart Double Dash got a 7.9 from GameSpot, I believe. Maybe that was Jeff Gerstmann, and people just freaked out. I remember being invested in scores at that time and then realizing it was bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, we were youngins.
Yeah, just the fact that it was a 7.9, you know.
Yeah, what the fuck
Double
does that
Dash is
mean?
bad? I don't know. Maybe,
Oh, go to the
I don't know
Vortigaunt.
about that.
Tanishan wants me to go to the Vortigaunt. He's around here somewhere.
Yeah, he's in the pipe on the left.
Here he is. It's kind of hard. Yeah, so they really hid this Vortigaunt away in a way that I wish they hid more stuff. Like, it's fun when you find something that, like, they've made sure you can do it, but you have to do some dumb shit that, like, would look really stupid in
Yeah.
the movie adaptation. Gordon Freeman just
I
climbs
think
on
Double
top
Dash
of his
is
airboat.
good, by the way. Sorry,
Oh, this isn't it.
I had to say it.
Son of a bitch.
Is that not it?
Oh, it's the other one.
Oh, okay. It's the other one, yeah. Did I say left? I feel like I said left.
You said left.
Am I vindicated?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's like, no, man, it's the right.
Hey, maybe I'll play Double Dash later tonight. What are you gonna do about it?
Okay, so
Oh wait, I have Mario Kart 8 on the Switch, which is an incredible toilet game.
look how much acid they have you run through to get to this fucking guy. And everyone listen, because he's
Yeah, it
going to
makes it
be
seem-
doing his singing.
It's worth it.
You don't see. Like, yeah, we've survived worse than the coughing fit that I just had. And he's cooking a fast head crab. Delightful.
Yeah, do you think it's edible only to them, or can like humans eat it, or like what's up?
I think later you see a human roasting one.
Oh, yeah. I guess there's the Vortigaunts in the kitchen later.
Oh, yeah,
Prepping
yeah.
head
They're
crab.
prepping fast head crab. Maybe fast head crab is the best head crab.
Yeah, just like.
I mean, I wouldn't want to eat the
although
black ones.
You'd think the fast ones would be stringy.
Yeah, but I mean, they got like a plump little center there. It depends how much of a head crab is hollow. You'd think a lot of a head crab would be hollow to, you know,
Yeah,
make
it's
room
true.
for the head. Yeah, the only head crab I would
Just getting-
definitely not eat would be the black head crab.
Yeah, true. It's like furry, like a tarantula. Ugh.
Yeah, and it's full of poison.
Oh, also that.
Neurotoxin.
Yeah, true.
I'd probably think that the classic head crab would be the tastiest, most succulent.
I bet it tastes like chicken. I hate to say it, but
Yeah, I bet those little arms are like drumsticks. It's the G-Man. Fucking G-Man. Jeez,
Avoid the
man.
poison glands. Gee, man. I've never heard that. That's so bad it's good.
Did I just save? I meant to... Okay, yes, I did save. He's gone. What? How can this be?
He's gone, Cooper. Oh man, I saw it firewalk with me in 35mm
Oh, man.
in the theater.
I downloaded like a fan edit of that. That
Yeah,
edits
that
it.
movie's scary as fuck. It's very dark.
Yeah. Apparently it was very well received among survivors of incest abuse.
Yeah, no, I can't imagine that being the case.
No, it was. Like, I'm not joking. It was apparently...
Oh, in terms of being very honest, I'm sure it is.
Yeah, like, I guess they felt represented. Like, it is
Yeah.
pretty fucked up. It doesn't, at any point...
It pulls no punches about that at all.
Yeah. It's... I mean, spoilers for Firewalk with me, you guys. Sorry about that.
Yeah, oops.
Or I guess just the second season of Twin Peaks.
So, yeah, the fan edit. Have you seen any of the deleted scene stuff?
I've seen like some glimpses. Like, I guess it actually turns
Oh.
out to have like every character from Twin Peaks.
There's a long,
Except
there's like
Coop.
40 minutes of deleted scenes. There's tons of stuff.
There's not much Coop though, is there?
There's some more Coop, but it's nothing significant.
Woo! Gordon Freeman does sick jump.
I think the coolest thing in deleted scenes is you get more David Bowie, and even that's kind of like, eh.
Yeah. It's sort of... Oh my god, what's happened? It's Fulbright. I've come into a Fulbright map.
Oh, I've seen this before.
Is
Yeah,
this
I
a
had this
known
happen to
bug?
me, actually.
Oh, I thought it might have been something
Yeah.
like I recompiled the map at some point and did it badly. Nope. Okay.
No,
I've
this is a total bug.
I've had this happen to me on one of the coast levels.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I had it happen to me here.
I love this decal. Like they've decaled the leaves under the ground, but they've accidentally also decaled them up the whole fucking cliff.
Yeah.
Um,
And trash talking Twin Peaks is like not cool, but there are parts you can totally trash talk about that show.
oh, definitely. Like the part where Catherine from the mill is disguised for like 10 episodes as a ridiculously unconvincing Japanese man.
I think I blocked that out. And
God,
brought
that
it
was
back.
fucking garbage. The whole
No,
Civil
I didn't
War
wanna remember.
thing. It's one of those things we actually forget, like how much bad shit is in season 2.
Yeah, and all the James stuff.
Oh yeah, the James
Yikes.
stuff where he like goes off and cheats on his girlfriend with some woman who frames him for murder, and then but that never catches up with him because he drives away from it on his motorcycle.
That's right.
And then when he gets back to town, she's like, "It's fine." His girlfriend's like, "It's fine.
It's fine. It's cool.
I'm so glad you're
Whatever.
back from cheating on me with some MILF."
Yeah, what the heck, man?
All right, I can't deal with this. I tried to use an Unreal console command. I can't deal with
Still
the
like
Fulbright
that.
level, so I'm going to put this in fast forward.
Wait, what? What?
I'm putting the
Say that
game in
again.
fast forward.
I had no idea that was a thing. Huh. Do the line speed up, or they just start?
They just start cutting themselves off.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, there's the chef.
Yeah. I should have stopped for
It
him.
was going real quick.
Um,
Hopefully, when it loads the next level, it's not full bright.
so the leaked version of this map has a bunch of extra dialogue, and it's a little different because Alex is meeting you now for the first time. And
Oh, really?
Yeah, and when you look at the picture of Arzian, which is a weird name, but Eli's wife,
Yeah.
here he says
Yeah.
that picture and Alex were all I managed to carry out of Black Mesa, but in the leaked version he goes off on a bit of a diatribe. No, he says a bunch more stuff about how exactly that happened. He was like, we were living in base housing, so they were living on in the dorms at Black Mesa. And when he made it back there, right before the nuke went off, he found just Alex with her mother's wedding ring in her hand, and she couldn't tell him how she got it.
Oh no.
And then he says those days are blank for her. So Alex can't remember any of her time at Black Mesa. And yeah, and he has no idea what happened to his wife.
That's a pretty interesting little idea there.
Yeah, apparently she was one of millions who just disappeared.
Wait, what?
Apparently, he said that she was one of the millions of people who just disappeared when the Black Mesa incident happened.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
He also, in the leaked version of this, he when he gives you the gravity gun, and he does it, not Alex, he's like,
Yeah.
he says it's got 2 modes, standard and isometric, which apparently was, at one point the gravity gun was going to be something that you could, like, rotate and move objects individually along their axis, like it's like a game dev tool.
Oh, that would have been kind of cool.
Yeah,
Not sure many. I think they probably have it right.
yeah,
Just auto doing all that stuff, but
probably better as a
could have been.
blunt force sort of instrument.
Yeah, exactly. Standard and isometric. That's pretty great.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate that you get another one of these big talky scenes for ages, like right after some of the worst gameplay in the game.
True.
If I was going to tell someone to play this for the first time these days, I'd probably be like, yeah, look, don't expect it to be good until like halfway through. I found it handy for cleaning minefields. Thanks, Alex. That's not obvious at all. That's a tip for later.
Yeah, I never put that together, so I guess I needed to.
That's okay.
That line was critical for me.
Maybe I'm just overly skeptical.
Yeah, I never picked up on that as like a game hint thing. I just thought it was some flavor text, but now you mention it. Good point.
Also, check it out. It's the old HEV thing.
Hey, yeah, it's
Hey.
another one of those Easter eggs.
It's like the one we were looking at in a leak before, but it's all wrecked.
It's all fucked up.
I feel like I better skip this. There's no game here.
Yeah, there isn't a game for a bit. You gotta run in the hallways with dog and
I kind of hate Ravenholm.
You kind of hate Ravenholm? Oh, interesting.
I guess I've just played it too much.
Yeah, again, like I was saying in chat earlier, like I can't judge this game at all because like there's no objectivity to it anymore.
Yeah, there is
Brain.
If anyone remembers the E3 2003 Ravenholm docks bit, which was like a 30 seconds of gameplay where he starts on a dock and crowbars some zombies.
For some reason, when you said docks, I was thinking of something else.
Oh, like Dock Mountains.
Oh my god, they doxed where Ravenholm
Oh.
is. The address.
No,
Yeah, go on, sorry.
I was gonna say that that level actually did at one point lead to Ravenholm. Like you could just follow that up into the town.
Oh, okay.
There's a whole bunch of different versions of Ravenholm. They really wanted that in. Like going back to like
Yeah, they were
2000s.
sure on that one.
Like if you look at file dates, I don't know. It's like they really wanted Ravenholm from very early on.
Gotta have it.
They're like, what if there was a town that was full of zombies, and they called it Zombie Town? And then like, what if it was a
Zombie Town,
quarry,
yeah,
and then the map
Town.
file stopped being called Quarry Town?
What if it was full of traps?
And then it's Trap Town. What if it was full of physics and it's Fizz Town?
Oh, is there Fizz Town?
Yeah, that's what Trap Town map is actually called.
Oh, okay.
I want credit for that grenade just then.
I missed it. Oh. No, I didn't miss it.
You love the cliff section, JP. Which cliff section?
You mean like, I think you might mean the coast, maybe?
Gotta be the coast.
I don't know.
Oh, it could be the cliffs leading up to Nova Prospect.
Oh, yeah, that is another good bit. A lot of shooting guys off of that thing.
Yeah, and the Lost Coast cliff was nice too.
Kobe.
This bit is exactly the same as in the leak, by the way. They like changed nothing about this entire building.
Oh, really? I like this part, so maybe it didn't need to change.
This entire level.
I like the coast. It's very contemplative, you know, kind of the atmosphere.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to
You're
the
alone
coast.
for most of it.
And I'm actually gonna do something else with the leak thing, where I'm gonna. Oh god, this one's Fulbright too. So this is gonna kind of throw me off.
Oh, Lord.
But
Hope not.
the I remember the leaked version looking like more atmospheric. So I'm gonna load that up real quick.
Oh, it definitely was. There's like more fog sheets, I think.
Yeah, hecka fog volumes.
Pretty great. Pretty great.
Yeah, I totally agree with the thing that JP just said. So here I am in the leak version of that. And I don't know, you can kind of see like there's more wetness, like the there's big bits of muddy sand.
Yeah, this looks very British.
Yeah, doesn't it? Really foggy, really cold. The distant trees are like leafless.
That sounds like something out of like your prose.
Yeah, I'm
Distant
prosy
trees
as fuck right now.
leafless. Oh man. Write that down. Write that down. The wetness 2016.
Yeah, and the beach is more mud than sand here, or it's brown instead of yellow sand, which I think looks more oppressive, I guess. But this is kind of the same, right? Have the magnet fuck up
Yeah,
and somehow flip the
seems
car
so.
upside down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
You can hear some programmer dialogue if you listen really carefully. He's like, "Oh, damn, magnet's failing."
Oh yeah, I remember you showed me this a while back. That was pretty funny. That was some good stuff.
The car sounds are different. And there's no antlions. Aliens works in this bit.
Yeah, I mean, accurate.
And the mud is hard to drive in. So you often have to turbo out of the mud. They decided to ditch that. I'm not sure if these are in the final, these warning signs. But there aren't leeches, but you do hear something before you die when you go into the water. See, you hear that? Some high-pitched noise. Ah, and then all at once, we're dead.
What do you think has the best of out-of-bounds creatures that kill you?
I don't mind GTA, how it just gives you a really high wanted level and lets the army sort you out.
That's pretty good, yeah. Crisis, I think, might have some good ones.
Oh yeah, Crisis.
Got the shark.
There's a shark in Crisis?
Yeah, man.
Wow, I only remember where it, Yeah, I can't get up here because it's muddy. It just gets slippery. Yeah, I only remember in Crisis how the destroyers would shoot a fucking torpedo at you.
Yeah, that's also really awesome. Yeah. Some good stuff.
Psychonauts Water Edge Solution. Is that when the spectral hand comes out? And like your guy jumps away from it, and you get 3 turns to get away from it? That was good. This slope's really muddy as well. And there's a little on-screen text thing that says mud will be here to slow the player.
Ooh. It's like quite a climb.
Can you hear this? This programmer is like, okay, this is a steep slope. He's trying to talk you through driving the car.
Well, I'm not, but I think Stream is. Bless you.
Yeah, it's if you didn't like
Blessings
the
upon.
Blessings of Akatosh. Yeah, if you didn't like the car sequence in Half-Life 2, definitely wouldn't have liked it with the mud.
Oh, Escape's kind of cutting you out a bit for me.
Drat. Oh! Ah! I really didn't get a chance to brake.
Oh, there you are.
This is what an antlion nest looked like at this point. Kind of weird.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like I don't know what I'd compare that to actually.
I really like this little house, which is, I'm pretty sure it's almost the same as in Half-Life 2 Retail, where you can't get in through this door. You're like, yeah, what's with that? So you go in this other way.
Yeah, through the cellar.
Through the cellar. It is a little different here. It hasn't been destroyed completely.
Is this the one with like the tire swing?
I think so. Oh, that's creepy.
Creepy thing happened.
Just that charred corpse moment.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I picked them up, but this version has
Pretty
HEV
unsettling.
suit batteries instead of the combined batteries. Yeah, I just like how you can't get in from outside, and then when you get in, it's like, oh, someone's barricaded the door with a table, and you move the table, and now you can open the door.
There's Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru. Rip.
Oh my god,
Yeah, it off. That's good.
the mud and the bad
Sorry,
car
I'm-
handling just made me flip out and drive backwards over a cliff.
Whoa. Hey, did you see that thing about the pigeon poop on the car?
Oh yeah, I wonder if that happens in this version.
Right? Yeah, it seems like such an insane thing.
Yeah, that's that Murphy Black guy again. Turns
Yep.
out that if you leave the car lying around, seagulls come and land on it and poop on it.
That's so crazy, man. What? So much stuff like that.
Wow, it's a gunship. In retail, you don't
Really?
fight him right now.
Yeah.
And you don't actually fight him here. He's on his way somewhere. So he just buzzes you as he goes by. So that's... I actually think they should have kept that. That's kind of like a nice, soft introduction to the monster type, which they used to do a lot in Half-Life 1. One of my favorite moments is the in the Half-Life 1 intro. The Half-Life 1 demo. The intro for the Garg. You like
Yeah.
gradually like stuff starts falling from the ceiling as you hear this massive thing like roar or whatever it does.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And then you see him through a crack in the wall, so he looks so much bigger than he is.
It's really fantastic.
Yeah.
People out there have not played that.
Yeah. Actual Half-Life doesn't
That
introduce
was-
the Garg anywhere near as well. You should definitely play the Half-Life 1 uplink demo if you haven't. Can you charge the buggy's Tau cannon in Final? Yeah, you totally can, I'm pretty sure. Speaking of which, I might as well show you guys some weapons that you won't have necessarily seen. So this is for like at the end of the coastline section. I guess maybe instead of giving you bug bait, maybe before they had the bug bait idea, the Vortigaunt was just going to take the Tau cannon off, and you were going to have this, which was maybe your edge that you needed to take on Nova Prospect. But it is pretty fucking overpowered, and unless they're gonna like just ditch it after Nova Prospect. I had the idea that maybe it
Yeah.
would be good if they made it drain your suit power to use it. Also, this is before Thumpers. There's no Thumper keeping the Antlions at bay, so it's unclear why they are not coming. You can gas jump, but only sideways. You can't gas jump up, so...
Oh, really? I got you. I was gonna say, this game is really not designed for this thing.
Yeah, for real.
It makes sense why it's not in there. I like the model, though.
I'm not sure if it shoots through walls. Probably not. Woo! Okay, this is actually sick.
Should have
the-
been kept in.
The model is cool. Come on, I bet I can jump, like, hella far. Yeah! I've got to charge it all the way up.
And speed runs would have been
Oh,
crazy with
damn.
this thing.
Yeah, I got to Impulse 101 again, get some more of this sweet action.
Sweet goss juice.
Ah!
What did they do in TF2?
Oh, the rocket
Rocket
jumping
jump
thing,
stuff?
yeah.
Yeah, I guess they did. Wasn't it Abe Lincoln invented rocket jumping
Really?
in the lore of TF2? Yeah, that came through the comics.
This is missing the telescope from the final version where you can look across the lake at the other settlement. I thought that was a really cool thing they did in the final.
It is, yeah.
But I guess it's kind of contradicted by... And actually, this even contradicts itself. With the gunship flying across like that, and then you get there and it hasn't arrived yet, it's kind of silly.
Oh, yeah, good point.
But, you know, they could have just had it fly in a different direction, just, like, buzz you as it flies over the top of you. Something. I wonder
Could
if I
have been doing
can
something
gas
else.
jump across this broken bridge.
Listen, Joe, don't do crazy things, man. Put the gun down.
Yeah, the glue-on gun, I don't know, it's like, it's too OP for words.
It's too OP to exist, man.
Like, when you play HLDM, it's ridiculous how OP that fucking gun is. It's got splash damage and everything. Yes! I made it. Whoa! Well, I made it too far.
Yes.
Alright.
In the end, it didn't even matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get that reference.
Nice.
Alright, well, I'll show you guys some other weird weapons. Crowbar's the same, but it only has one hit animation. Pistol's the same, maybe it looks a tiny bit different, I don't know. There's no Python. This is the same, but it sounds even more annoying. Still shoots the things. This is the same, but different model. The OICW does that. There's some code that's commented out in this build that gives it an underbarrel grenade launcher instead of the scope. And there's a mod, like missing information or something, that lets you do both. You can zoom in and shoot grenades.
It's an interesting mod. For sure.
Grenades are the same, except they don't have LEDs on them, which is more sensible, really. I don't know why you want LEDs on your grenades. Had some thought about them the other day, like
I guess.
Yeah, I had some thought that was like a different way to do that the other day, but
Oh, really?
it's escaped me now.
Dang it! I wanted to know.
So there's more weapons as well. Some of them crash it, so let's see. Give weapon Hopwire. Hopwire definitely stands a chance to crash.
Oh my god, I need it. Hopwire's so good.
The Hopwire is rad, and this is a terrible level to use it in. It's more about that interior spaces,
Yeah,
or
for sure.
city levels with streets.
I remember you trying to maybe make it in UE4 and it just wasn't happening, I think.
I think I just didn't get around to really trying to pull it off.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm misremembering then.
Yeah, so
Making it up.
this is a terrible level for it, but the Hopwire is like... It's a grenade that you throw that then jumps up in the air and shoots out a bunch of tether things. It does that thing BB-8 does in The Force Awakens in one scene.
True.
He's just a Hopwire.
Well, that's interesting. Because J.J. Abrams worked with Valve, so...
Yeah, so
Who knows?
it then like suspends itself like in between all the others, and if you cross one of these things, all of the bulbs explode. Theoretically.
You remember that Super 8 thing? Sorry, I'm interrupting you.
That Super 8 thing was really rad, yeah. There's like a special feature in Portal 2, right?
Yep. Portal 1, maybe.
No, it was totally 2.
Was it 2? Okay, alright, I'm misremembering. Smoking some crack.
Combine guard gun. This guard gun. Sea guard. Yeah, weapon sea guard. The Combine Guard was a big hulking Combine guy who had a cannon with him that was basically the Strider's cannon. And
Yeah.
and you could maybe pick it up off him, or maybe it just exists as a weapon in the game because that's how the weapon system works. Then again, there is a V model.
There is, yeah. It's got his glove on it there.
That was the flare gun.
That's a cool gun. The guard gun is pretty rad.
Where's the flare gun? The rocket launcher's the same. Wait. I can't find the freaking flare gun. I just gave it to myself, but
Whoa, now. You're on stream, remember. Sorry, bad jokes.
yeah, it is like a trip mine that's less fiddly to use, but there is also the slam, which is just a trip mine that is still fiddly to use.
Yeah, what's the story with the slam? Because, like, at the time, I thought that was made for Half-Life 2 Deathmatch.
No, it was going to be in Half-Life 2. I think it might date back to the air exchange times, just because of the art on it. It kind of looks like that.
Oh, wow.
When everything was like army green. The selectable lightweight attack munition, which apparently doesn't have a model in this, but it's a trip mine and a satchel charge in one. And they did put that in Half-Life Deathmatch.
It's a good weapon. I really like the model for that thing.
What else we got here? We got the ice axe, the showjaw, and the fire extinguisher. We could also, we might get limited. I mean, you could always Google what else is in there, and I can spawn it. But
Yeah.
we might get limited like results out of this, but I can also try spawning some monsters. Give NPC Hydra.
Oh yeah.
And they will spawn, but without models until I type retry into console, which will reconnect me to the server, and then I'll crash maybe. But the Hydra did work in that build. I don't know if you all remember the Hydra.
Oh, Joe. Do we remember?
Oh, whoops!
the
I just
Hydra?
launched Half-Life 2, actual Half-Life 2. Well,
Oh fuck.
oh hey, let's open tech demo level. I think 3, 4.
You tell me.
Should be familiar to some of y'all. Okay, this one will not be familiar. Yeah, I guess they were gonna. This was gonna be a tech demo level. They were gonna, I guess, do more of the comparing Half-Life 1 graphics to Half-Life 2 graphics thing. So this is like, oh, it's what Kleiner's lab might have looked like in Half-Life 1. And
Didn't
then
even know that was
like,
a thing.
but then you get better at it, and then you look like this. Like, wow, look at our cool new textures and more brush
Oh, shit.
detail.
I had no idea about this.
And then maybe you fill it up with props and shit, and your goo tubes that aren't quite there yet.
Whoa.
And wow, look at that! Look at that difference.
Whoa.
That was that.
Okay.
tech
Yeah, I never knew
level.
about this.
This was probably for 2002 or something.
That is wild.
Tech demo 2. One of these
Did they
crashes
show
every
this
time.
Somewhere?
No, they never did.
Oh wow.
Here we go.
It's like some level designer wanking off. That's a little graphic, but
In the video they showed at E3, the collision worked for this, but it doesn't. Yeah. And if you shoot it, it will fracture like wood. Except actually you have to shoot it like 20 times. So yeah, the fizz gun, right?
I know this room. Yeah.
Look at that. Mouse wheel to bring it closer and farther away.
Classic. Fizz gun. What up?
Smash that melon.
Smash that like button. Just gotta bring
Oh,
some
the
memes
melon.
in here. Sorry.
That's okay. Melon. Yeah, the melon
Fidget
floats.
spinner.
I assume that's realistic. I've never floated a melon.
Hey man, don't knock it till you try it.
Yes. Something that they didn't show was the welding. I guess everyone's probably played Gmod, and maybe that's how this works in that. I haven't really played
I
it.
believe it does. Like
So
that.
you right click and you shoot a little like welding ball thing on there.
Yeah.
The
okay.
underwater version of TK. What's TK? Oh, telekinesis.
I think telekinesis. Yeah.
So you move this and then it tries to like get itself into position to weld, and then you can weld. And now it's one object. Whoa. Not sure if that was just a tech thing or if they were actually thinking about letting you weld at one time. People used to build crazy.
Oh yeah. Okay. It
crazy
doesn't
junk.
work like that in Gmod, but that's cool.
I think the first version of Gmod was just this code. Could be wrong.
So what does underwater telekinesis entail? That sounds interesting. Excuse me. Oh, I have a mute mic button. Here we go. Yeah.
Huh.
Now I'm back. Oh, look at that thing you made. Play some Plinko. Oh, got stuck.
Wow.
Oh, okay, that's kind of a cool idea.
That does sound cool. I'm gonna risk something that might crash it.
Do it.
Oh,
Live
it
on the
didn't.
edge.
It didn't. Oh, it did in the end. Okay. I wonder if there are any Citadel levels that I have in the league. No, I don't. Because I hadn't started that yet. Oh, tell you what, I better finish this stream up pretty quick. But I'll show you I'll just show you test maps until I crash out. This is this map's called Punch Out.
Oh shit.
Whoever wins celebrates.
Oh, this is great. Is this
There's
just them
another-
clearly having fun?
There's another version of that maybe behaves a little better. I was hoping there'd be one where the TV worked, but what about map Fizz Zombie? What is Fizz Zombie? This is obviously
can
a
see
test
why
for the
maybe-
zombie throwing stuff at you.
I can maybe see why underwater combat would have got cut.
This is a fan map where this guy made, he was excited about the vehicle system. This guy, Cannon Fodder, you might actually have heard of him because he made a bunch of the tools for, converting.
Decompiler, for sure.
Yeah. So he made these awesome vehicles.
I can't wait to see this.
This one's a mech, and you can't tell from this
my God.
perspective, so I'll try switch third person. The legs actually move.
That is rad.
And they don't do a half bad job. And you can see there's all these missiles, like in the whatever the missile holders. If you right click, they each fly out.
That's super cool.
So that's not made by a Valve person, but it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I didn't know he did anything besides decompiling tools. I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, he made this sweet car too. Everything's technically a
those
buggy, so it's
missiles
got a
are
gas
really
gun.
Cool.
Yeah, they've got physics thrusters and stuff. It's good.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that.
Then we've got this spider.
I'm still catching up.
And the mechs worked in multiplayer. So there
Killer
is
Spider's hilarious.
this map, CF Mech Wars, was a multiplayer mech versus mech map.
So this is all stuff people made before the game came out.
Yeah,
We're excited.
there's a pretty
That's
pretty big modding community for this
yeah.
game.
That's crazy with no support and any of this.
It's quite hard to aim the rockets, but it's worth it.
Yeah, just the way they kind of spiral out of the enclosure they're in is really neat.
I just stomped a combine.
Oh man, you can even stomp them. That's pretty good. Yeah, I wasn't aware of that either. That there's modding before it came out.
I'd almost say there was better modding before it came out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is pretty ambitious for stuff that people ended up making shortly after the game came out. Maybe I'm misremembering that, but it seems like it to me.
Yeah, it's pretty great. I guess as long as we're doing that, we can check out Z Clear Slope 2. This was by somebody. Forget who. The snow is really slippery, and if I no clip up to the top of the slope, it was basically someone's physics test map to see if we could ski down the mountain. Because physics being so new to games at that time, it was like, oh my god, did not mean to fire that RPG. Okay, I'll give that another try.
Oops.
It was like some
Rip.
mythical thing, like, oh my god, what can I do? People would be like, can I build a house out of wood? And then the house is just like perfectly performed and fractures fucking great when I shoot it. Like,
Man, some high hopes there.
hang on a second.
All right, chat. It's just you and me now. Which, by the way, thanks for coming out. I don't know if I'm muted or not, actually. Yeah, that's true that they would want to match what the game was like. Which is, kind of less interesting than some of the stuff Joe is showing. Oh, man, that's a good BRB. I wonder who made that. It was me. I made it. I'm not muted. Oh, my God. All right. I wish I could control what's going on in Joe's thing. I'd show you something cool. I'm
Sup?
trying to remember when. Oh, welcome back. I was not muted. I talked to stream, told them bad things about you,
Excellent. Right.
as I would want to do.
I think alt tabbing out of the game when it was loading crashed it. Which HL2
Oh.
is it? I don't even know.
Who can say at this point?
So I'm just going to play this clear slope map. And I'm going to call it a day for this. Because I actually streamed for a lot longer than I meant to.
Yeah, I looked at the Skype call, and it is 2 hours 25 minutes.
Jesus.
I know it's been a while, and you were playing for a fair bit before that.
And I was going to do work today. Ah, fuck, I just reloaded the map again. I keep accidentally firing
Kind of been
rockets.
doing some Photoshop work in the background.
I did always find this fun. Your no-clip movement speed is faster than a rocket.
Oh, that's kind of great. Gordon, faster than a speeding rocket.
Whoa. Alright, I need more weapons. Cool. So the idea, I guess, was that you would get one of these things.
I'm waiting for it.
Give
We
it a...
got pallet racing. That's funny.
Yeah, well, everyone did this stuff in multiplayer, because multiplayer worked right out of the box, so... Alright, here we go.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's interesting how Counter-Strike Source at first had a lot of physics objects, and then they've totally gone back on that in CS:GO. There's very few physics objects in that game.
Oh, shit. Okay, it loaded my save from before when I spawned the Hydra.
Oh my god. Oh shit, you got flung out.
So that's exciting. Almost got that antlion.
Yo, the Hydra, pretty rad. Is that Oscar? Hello.
It kind of glitches out though. Oh shit. Man.
Ruh-roh.
Come on, Hydra, kill the head crab. Oh, whoops.